Welcome back to the HBM podcast. This is episode number 5, and today we got another guest because we just keep getting guests, right? People just want to come on the podcast. What can I say?
Not even. We're lucky to have these guests.
We're lucky.
They're absolutely amazing people.
Yeah.
You guys are in for a nuts podcast. We're not going to waste time introducing her, but here she is.
Yeah. Avnoor. All right, so Avnoor, who are you? Introduce yourself.
So my name's Avnoor and last name's Sidhu.
Okay, wow.
Jat.
Jat.
There you go.
So mainly I do TikTok. I'm on Instagram, and a lot of people know me from TikTok.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's it. And
She's international, all around the world, man.
She was telling us off pod, like, for people from Africa to, like, know her.
Yeah,
and stuff,
people from Africa even come in her life. That's pretty crazy.
It was crazy, yeah.
It goes to show the power of TikTok and the algorithm, right?
But
I mean, you have your whole social media life, and then I guess what a lot of people don't know is all that cool shit you have going on outside of it, right?
Yeah, so like I was telling you too before, I was like, a lot of shit that's on social media isn't what it is in real life. So a lot of the time, at all. Like, you might see someone as a completely different personality on TikTok.
That's true.
Or in videos.
I wonder if people see me like that. That's what I have to think about.
But it's like they'll be a completely different person in real life. Like, some people show themselves as super confident, super like outgoing and everything.
Yeah.
In real life, they're super shy. They don't talk.
Which is tough for kids who think that's the real side of them. That's how kids have to be when they grow up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would you say you're more of like a shy person in real life, or are you kind of really true to what you put out on
like
TikTok?
Avnoor at the story Nagar how shy are you?
Yeah.
I feel like I was very outgoing when I started TikTok. I was very, like, the only reason I started it was because I was super confident.
Yeah.
Right? I was super confident in myself. I was like doing everything that I wanted to do. I was like, I'm gonna make everything that I want to make.
You're like, yo, I'm gonna start TikTok. I'm gonna take over this platform, and then
honestly, I didn't start it even because of like, I thought like, oh, I want to take over.
How old were you when you started?
I was 15.
15? Oh, wow.
That was the golden days of TikTok.
That was
golden
days,
days,
easy pop off,
I started it because my friends had TikTok.
Okay.
And at the time, so it was like, okay,
that's like a lot more dancing.
I'm too cool to have TikTok. So
yeah,
I was like, I'm not gonna make
thing.
a TikTok, right?
Yeah.
And then I see all my friends doing it, and I'm like, okay, you know what? All of them are doing it. Why not do it and just try it out? Very first video I post got 10,000 likes.
See, that's crazy. And how did you feel after that? Because sometimes my videos will go viral, and I'll just sit there. I'll be like, yo, are these real people or are the NPCs like reaching that many people?
The thing is, at that time, it was fairly new.
Yeah.
So I knew it was real. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and after that, the
yeah.
growth that I had, like how fast my account grew, that just told me that it was real.
What are you at now for your account?
128,000.
128.2. We got the numbers.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So, like, obviously it's still active. Do you still post to this day?
I post here and there. So for me, I feel like it started turning like into a job.
Damn.
And I didn't want it to be
that
like a job.
That happens to YouTubers too, because they get monetized, it becomes their job, and you die creatively, like you burn out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I can't be recording a podcast on a day I'm tired because I have no energy.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So like even now, like I sometimes like I used to dress up. I used to be so excited.
Yeah, they used to be like on Saturday I'm gonna make a TikTok in this outfit.
I'm gonna make so many TikToks. I'm gonna have so many different outfits. Like
yeah.
But you got the whole,
like 7 a.m. to 2 p.m.
I actually did that so much.
Really?
Like, I would do outfit changes like one designated day.
Yeah.
But you were also passionate about it. Like that was your thing.
I would save audios one designated day for 2 weeks, and I would post all the videos I made.
Oh, you'd
in
stack
the
up
next
drafts.
2 weeks.
You stack up like trillions of drafts.
Yeah.
And just,
damn.
That's what I used
smart.
to do. But then after that, I just burnt out. I was like, it's getting too much. And then
because it does, right? It does get too much.
It was like especially when people are just saying the most.
On
there.
Because there's that other side of being an online influencer.
We'll get into that later. But let's open these. All right.
Cracking them open.
Oh, what the?
What? Sparkling ice.
There you go. Sponsor us, please.
We're like sponsored. Sparkling ice.
Sponsored by Sparkling Ice, 100%, man. They need to. Reach out to us. You guys have our emails. All right. Cool.
This is so fizzy.
It is, right?
It is.
Oh my god, like that fizzy drinks TikToker. Yo, that guy was a legend. Remember the day 10 with no fizzy drinks?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, see that guy. That guy was old TikTok.
Yeah.
Like a few years ago, he doesn't post as much now, but that shit's permanently in my head. Like you said fizzy drinks, I hear
it, and I'm like, oh, I remember who it was.
Day 200, no fizzy drinks, guys.
Yeah. So going back to the TikTok thing, obviously now you don't post as much, but I want to go back to when you did start posting, right? And you said you posted because you're friends, right? Was that the only reason, or did you have more behind it? Did you want to do something where it was like, I want to be an influencer, or I want to be this huge online presence? Was there anything else behind it, or was it kind of just like, oh, I want to do it and let's see what happens?
Like when we had Parm on, Parm was like, I always just enjoyed sharing shit with people. Like something
or
cool happens in my life, I want to share it.
Or I want to inspire people.
But like you don't have to. It doesn't have to be that deep, right?
Yeah, but for me, I felt like, so I was heavily bullied when I was like in middle school, high school, like heavily. Yeah. And honestly, I still was till the end of grade 12.
Yeah.
And I could feel it.
Was it because of the TikToks and stuff?
Later on, I would say it got less because of the TikToks.
Okay.
But it was like just weird animosity towards me for no reason.
It starts from that insecurity where you want to put someone down.
Yeah,
and it happens
and
to so many people.
I knew, like, from an early age, like, I was like, okay, like, I know I'm gonna do big things.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Really?
I feel like
That's
when you're
it.
like a kid, it's like you're very optimistic.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna do big things. I want, like, I play ball, right? And in grade 12, I kind of like just died out. Like, I just kind of was like, I'm burnt. I'm done.
It was
I
like
don't
a
want to play
time
ball.
thing
I
too.
don't want to do anything. So it got to a point where I would like miss practice, and I'd be like, I don't even want to go. I would stay in bed.
Yeah.
that
Right?
happens.
And even like for school, like I would skip school so much
Really?
in grade 12, 11. Like I skipped so much. It came to a point where it was like I would not graduate if I didn't stop skipping.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And so my parents were obviously really mad.
But it started from the bullying, right?
It did,
Maybe
yeah,
that's why you
and
didn't want to go there, because you didn't feel like
It
safe
wasn't
to
even
go
like
there.
that. It's just also like I didn't have anybody in school. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I
Like a
feel
lot of
that.
people had best friends. Like they had friends. They looked.
It's
like,
so easy to skip at that high school too, because I went to that same high school.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
easy because it's an open.
They
It's an
don't give
open
a shit.
campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just dip,
And-
right?
Oh, there was a flag.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was just heavily bullied, and honestly, I was like, okay, like some of like my acquaintances, friends are doing it. Why not just do it for fun? Or like see what happens, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And in my mind, in 100 years, I would have never thought that I would have gotten to the level that I am at today.
Yeah.
I never thought that I would be an influencer.
Which
Never
is sick,
thought.
because you look back and it's just
I look
dope.
back and I'm like, yo, I was so innocent. I was so innocent, and honestly, having TikTok took that like innocence
Innocence?
away.
Yeah.
How
But
so?
at the same time, it like made me think that
Yeah.
now I know the real world. I
Oh,
know
okay.
what real
Yeah,
people
yeah.
are like.
Yeah,
you know what
that's
I
true.
mean?
That's fair.
Things
And
aren't
so-
always as good as they seem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
So
the
like
biggest
every
thing.
time like we look at these Instagram models, like
You're like, oh, they're
Kim
perfect.
Kardashian, right? I would look at her, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Like she's. But it's like I was so young, I didn't know that they had surgeries. I didn't know that
Yeah,
they
you
went
don't
through Botox. I
understand any of
didn't know
that.
they had like the lip fillers, nothing. So it's like when you look at everybody online, I feel like it's an automatic. Everybody thinks, even if you're all natural and like you look good, just naturally genetics, a lot of these people are so jealous that they will think that you had surgeries done. Like
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah, they
a lot
will.
of people when I was like 15, 16.
Like, they'll say anything just to
yeah,
get the
when I
one
was
up,
15, 16, they're like, oh, you got lip fillers. And I'm like, no.
which is messed.
No,
Yeah.
I was like,
15.
have you seen my mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we have the same lips.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the hell is like wrong with people?
That's when you realize, like, what even is a lip filler? Like, why are
Yeah.
people saying this
yeah,
shit?
and like obviously I knew what a lip filler was.
Yeah.
But at the
Yeah.
same time, I'm like, I'm 16. I don't think my Punjabi brown parents would
Yeah.
be like, "Aaj put lip filler karaye."
I don't think your parents would have been cool with that. Like, I feel like a lot of parents aren't cool with like their like 16-year-old, 17-year-old daughter.
Because think
doing
about
all
where
this
it
stuff.
comes from too, bro.
Yeah,
It comes
yeah.
from that
Honestly, though, my
insecurity.
parents like they loved it. They
What?
loved that I was doing TikTok. They
Oh,
loved
really?
that I was doing videos.
All of it.
So they were
Because that's a big
supportive.
topic.
They were very supportive. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's
like
cool.
my mom would help me like on those production days I was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like my
really?
mom would help me.
Recording. That's so cute.
Oh,
It
that's
builds
actually
your
And
awesome.
like
relationship too.
she would be like, okay, use this outfit and then do this jewelry with it, and like
Yeah.
she would completely like be there for me. And she also knew that I was very heavily like depressed.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I had
in
a
that
lot
time
of
because
anxiety.
of the bullying, you think?
Not even because of the bullying. It's just there's like a lot of stuff that happened in
Growing
childhood,
up
like
around tough.
Yeah.
losing my mom, and
Yeah.
at 3 years old, and then like having someone else come in. And I feel like I never
Damn,
really
that's a lot.
addressed those issues.
Yeah, you have to work them out though.
Yeah,
as
I
you go
never
through
really
life.
addressed them, and I was always the type of person that like put them off. I don't really care. My trauma is like nothing, right, compared to
Yeah.
other people's.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
always put other people before myself. And then when I got older, I thought about it. Like now, especially, I still put other people over me, but it depends on who they are now. It's not just like a no one is gonna be before me.
Totally
Yeah,
changed.
yeah.
You know.
Because you learn how the real world is, like what those people put you before them.
Exactly.
You know what
yeah.
I mean, right?
So like yeah, a lot of like my family in India also has seen my TikToks and everything.
Yeah.
And so even when my
But
account
all
got
of India has
hacked,
seen your TikToks, bro.
Yeah.
At this point,
even when my account got hacked,
Instagram.
Yeah.
my mama called my mom from India,
He's
Yeah.
like, yo, where's
and
her
he's
Instagram?
like, "इंने पैसे किਵੇਂ बना रहे?"
Oh, because the Bitcoin.
the Bitcoin stuff, and I was like, no.
Wait, we have to go back.
Yeah, we
So
have to go
somebody,
back. Go
somebody hacked your Instagram, started posting all that, like, make millions with Bitcoin shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And then your family in India was like, how'd you get so rich?
How'd you-
That's
ਇੰਨੇ
gold,
ਪੈਸੇ
bro.
ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਬਣਾ ਲਏ?
Oh, that's
like how-
hilarious.
ਵੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ
That's actually
ਸਿਖਾਓ ਮੈਂ
gold.
ਵੀ ਬਣਾਉਣੇ ਆ and I
Oh
was
my
like
God.
They're
mama
innocent
ji
like
ਮੇਰਾ
that.
account hack.
Oh my God. So wait, no. So
So
your-
then don't transfer your Bitcoin. Oh, yeah, anyways.
wait, so your Instagram got hacked, right? You said,
Yeah.
and you got hacked at what? 18,000? You said?
18 point something thousand.
Damn. So
That's
how
tough,
did you
man.
take that? So obviously now you have a new Instagram. We'll link it in the description if anyone wants to follow.
Yeah.
But you said you got a new Instagram. how's that been? Have you been like kind of like a little bit not depressed, but a little bit like upset? You know, you lost all that hard work, right?
Honestly speaking, I always thought about like I remember we were just talking before this. We were like, TikTok is where it's at. Like that's how I made my
that's your
Instagram
reach,
followers.
bro. That's how Australia people know you. Africa people know you.
Exactly.
Facts.
That's how I made my Instagram followers. Is from TikTok.
Yeah.
Right. I
There's
have
a
my
funnel.
TikTok. In my TikTok, I have my bio linked. Like my Instagram
yeah,
bio linked.
of course. Yeah.
And so that's where I made all my like followers.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, if I'm gonna make it again, I'll make it again.
And those people
when
still
it
know
happened, you. Exactly, yeah. But when it happened, I was so sad. Like I wasn't depressed or anything about it,
Yeah.
But you.
but before that, I was like heavily depressed.
Yeah.
Even while I was making TikToks, even
Yeah.
while I was doing all that, like on TikTok, I would show such like a happy face, smiley face.
Yeah.
And doing all
I guess
this
it was
stuff.
a brand at that point. You kind of had.
You have to.
I kind of
right?
had to, yeah. And then every time it would be like that odd one video
Huh.
where I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna make a sad one, right?
Like with a sad song and a sad vibe.
Yeah, like a sad
little
vibe.
caption
Oh,
in the
that's
top.
Or
the
of
shit,
like
I
it.
guess
even if
people-
like I'm in like my natural like environment and I'm like crying or something, I
Yeah.
would like make a video about it. You
Okay,
know what
that's
I mean?
good though. That's
Yeah.
good.
But
It's
at the
you're
same
vulnerable.
time,
You're
but that
vulnerable.
shit got me so much hate.
Really?
So much hate.
Because people thought you were just looking
Wait,
for
bro.
attention, but in reality, you were just trying to be yourself.
In reality, I was just, like, I'm showing all types like of emotions. The day I'm happy, I put it on
Yeah,
there.
because no
right?
one's always up.
If I'm sad, like I'll use a sad song.
Yeah.
And it's like I stopped posting anything sad after that.
Yo, that's messed, man. Because sometimes sad songs will make me happy in a weird way.
Yeah.
I
Like,
love
you know what
sad
I mean?
songs.
Yeah.
Even in my car, I'll be like happy as hell. Like now I'm like completely happy.
Like this
and
guy just
everything.
listens to Marvin's Room just like that.
Yeah,
You know
like
what,
I
you know-
listen to X all the time.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
I, do
I
too.
love his like music.
XXX.
Yeah.
He died on my birthday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
that's
actually on my
sad.
birthday, and I really
cried
liked
the
him
day
too.
He died. I
Yeah.
loved his music because I was so
I think I
depressed. I
cried
like
too.
listened to him so much.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah,
He
we-
wasn't like around for that long, like
Yeah.
Drake or anything. But I mean, it was still he impacted so many of us.
So
when
many
we were
people.
so young.
So many
He's
people.
coming
Which
out
is
with new
nuts.
music apparently. Like their Instagram posted a
Yeah.
story, which
I
I'm
feel like
like,
it's never the same, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, let the guy rest, man. Like, what are you guys doing?
No, I don't know. He probably had so much stuff
A lot
saved
of people
up.
are saying he's not dead though.
Yeah,
How?
like they're saying that about a lot of people, man.
Nah, bro, we
Who's
saw
died?
like the video and everything. The guy got shot.
A lot of people saying that about Kobe too, which can actually be
they're
super
also saying
disrespectful if they're
Illuminati.
dead.
Illuminati, like they make all this shit.
All the people
happen.
disappear.
Speaking of which, so I got an email yesterday. I have a screenshot. I'll show you guys after the
Of
podcast.
what,
We'll
man?
put it up on the podcast.
Bill Gates trying to invest in the podcast.
No. Dude,
He's like, yo.
this like fake account called the Illuminati emailed me and they're like, we want to recruit you. Send your application to this email. And it was like, and I was like looking at this email, right? So if I get picked up or abducted, you know what happened, right? But I'm like, yo, like, why am I getting this email? This was like late at night too. Like I was like texting Avnoor about the podcast. Like, okay,
How did this shit even end up in your inbox though? I would never read some bullshit like
That's my
that.
question. How'd they get your email? Is my question.
Yo, first of all, my
That
email.
happens over years
No,
too.
listen.
You sign up for random shit.
No.
Yeah.
That's the thing. This email is personal and it's not even a Canadian email. It's a UK email.
You have a UK email
Yeah, I
address?
do.
That's how you know this guy scams, bro.
No, I don't scam.
Drop the illegal shit
No,
you've
no,
done
Yo,
right
you know
here,
what?
bro.
The Bitcoin, my Instagram account,
Yeah, that's right, this guy.
I hacked Avnoor. I got you, bro.
Great.
No, man, I don't do that. No, it was on that. The whole story from the email thing came out when I was a kid. I didn't realize I didn't switch it to Canada when I was signing up for the email,
Okay.
and I was like maybe like 9 or 10 when I made this email. So
Sounds like a pretty fake ass story to me, yo.
whatever you
Oh my
want
God,
whatever you
bro.
want to believe, yo.
Alright, yo. But anyway, so the
This guy's
Illuminati
just
tried to
roasting
recruit.
you every single podcast.
Every
So, yo,
podcast-
Illuminati
every
tried to recruit him.
podcast.
Illuminati tried to recruit him. We're really talking about this right now. Alright, yo. Let's go more in depth. It's interesting.
Dude, no, I didn't even
Yo,
reply.
bachata, कोई तो respect मत
No. Like, I'm just saying, okay, I would get an email like this in my inbox. I would not even think. I'd be like, this is some stupid shit. And delete it.
Yeah, I didn't
Like,
believe it.
Yeah.
I obviously didn't believe it. I know it's like not real, but I just thought it hilarious.
This guy's
'cause
like, Daddy, collab with me. He's like, I'm gonna get very rich. He's like,
yo, the
Just
email
drop out of
literally,
school
the email
right
literally
now.
said, it was like, yo, make all your dreams a reality. They're like, trying
Yeah.
to sell
Yo,
this
the
pipe
amount
time.
of artists that have sold their soul though.
yeah,
Fuck,
that's
man.
true.
And
That's
there's
a big
so much-
topic, man.
It's
That is a- that is-
huge
that is a big
topic.
It happens at a certain point, especially when you have like somebody running all of your accounts for you, and
Yeah.
then you just become that face.
You're
But-
just a face.
Yeah,
You're just a
all
face.
these celebrities, they're just a face.
None of the
Yeah.
ideas, the captions, the partnerships,
Yeah.
none of them are actually you.
Yeah, at least like with us, we're still authentic.
I feel like that
right?
happens to big people like the Kardashians and stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is, you need people to, because they're not sitting there 12 hours a day recording, editing themselves, man. They don't have time for that shit.
I was like, I just burped in my mouth.
No, it's all good.
It's so
Cut it out right now.
busy.
Yeah, it's so
You're good.
busy, right?
But it's good though.
It's good though. It's
There you go.
yummy.
Yeah, there
Just
you
mix
go.
it with ice cup.
There you go.
Should've just,
Water it
poured
down.
in
Tim
there.
Hortons
Yeah.
collab with Ice, yo. There you go.
Yeah, I guess back to TikTok.
Yeah, back to TikTok. Yeah. No, so you said like now you don't post as often, right?
I
You
don't
said,
post as
She's
often,
busy
like
as
I
shit.
said.
First year uni, first semester uni, bro.
Yeah.
Not even because I'm busy. I feel like it's also because it felt
Are
like
you
a
burnt
job.
out? Are you
Yeah,
burnt out fully?
yeah.
Would you return back though eventually? Because you
No,
have
like
that
I
huge
post
following.
like here and there. Like I recently just did a modeling shoot. I recently, you know,
that's
like
sick.
I do.
Because now you're
certain
known.
things.
People know
Yeah,
you. You don't have to
exactly.
keep chasing after
You,
that. Like
you can just post like model like photo shoot highlights or whatever you
Yeah,
want. Right?
exactly. So I don't have to actually dress up and make videos. I could sometimes, but the thing is, it's like every time I do dress up, I'm the type of person that doesn't go on my phone. So if I'm going out,
Yeah, I feel
I
that.
spend
Yeah.
time with those people that I'm going out with.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't want to be on my phone making a TikTok like
'Cause,
guys,
yo,
let's
you
make a
could take-
TikTok.
Yo,
Let's
yeah,
make the video.
I
Let's
feel
do
that.
this, right? Like
Let's
I'm
dance,
not that
like,
type
yeah.
of person.
Like I've traveled a lot too. Like I went to Europe twice, like Australia. and
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
But the whole time, I was never that guy who was trying to vlog and pictures the whole thing. Cause it's never the same. I have like
It's not the
60,000 pictures, no cap
Really?
in my cloud. Yeah.
No cap?
But like I literally
No
never
cap.
check them. I literally never check them. I don't even know now. Cause like
Yeah.
No, I
it's
check
never
my
the same.
pictures all the time just for like memories or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's also like I don't need to vlog everything. I don't need to post everything, where I'm at, what
You
I'm
end up
doing.
being that person that's always on their phone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
like,
it's
not
like
at the moment.
I
You
don't
know
know if you
what
guys just watched Dubai Bling.
Do I blink?
Have you guys watched it? It's on
No.
Netflix.
I haven't.
No, I haven't. Oh, it's been on my recommended.
It's so
It has.
fucking good.
What's
it's
it about?
So
Really?
good. So it's about billionaires and millionaires in Dubai.
Oh, okay. Wow. Nice.
And I think
No way.
DJ Khaled,
Yeah.
his cousin's also in it.
DJ Khaled's cousin. Shit.
Yeah. And then so I think Dubai has
Bravo.
over 26,000 millionaires and billionaires, women and men.
Wait, what? In
26,000
Dubai?
millionaires and billionaires
in
just
Dubai?
in Dubai.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Dubai's crazy like
Dubai's-
that.
Yeah.
yeah, but that's where all like the
Like you can be the
gas
richest
money-
guy
But
in
there's
Surrey,
this
go
one-
there and you're just like a normal person.
Yeah, but there's this one girl on there that she's an influencer. Only person that's a millionaire because she's an influencer
Yeah.
on the
Huh.
show, entire show.
What's her name?
I forgot her
It's
name.
okay.
But she makes her entire life
Yeah.
about social media. So
Okay.
every time she has a party, and all these other girls are always talking about it, like all these other millionaires, CEOs,
Yeah.
billionaires, they're always talking about it, and they're always like, why is it that every time we go to a party of hers, it's always sponsored by other people? She's like, they're like, even the pillows on a fucking chair are sponsored.
Wait, so they're talking about this on the TV show?
On the TV
like about
show.
This chick.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's almost like a
It's like a reality show where
Yeah.
they're trying
It's
to
a
make it
reality
dramatic.
show about everybody, but like when it comes to her, they're like,
Everything she does is monitored, like supported
there's-
by money
yeah, so
somehow.
it's like we can't even speak in front
Yeah.
of like her or at her party
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
she's posting
always on the
everything.
record.
So it's like, why bring us to a public setting, have a party with everybody that you
It's
know
for-
if you're just gonna post
it's for
everything and we
clout.
can't
Yeah,
even
yeah,
It's
talk.
for
yeah.
clout though. That's the thing, right? Because you see those.
She's like, I make money off of it. This is
Exact-
my job.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's also like have a private.
How do you have a
party
real
then.
connection with someone?
Yeah.
Like when they could just be using you for their job.
Exactly.
Kind of thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's kind
Like,
of fucked, yeah. No,
yeah.
because like I know some people just live through their phone, right? And like even
Yeah.
with the concert, so people go concert, they don't even watch the concert. They're watching it through their snap.
Yeah, even like I just went to the AP concert. Honestly
yeah.
speaking, I'm sorry, AP Dhillon, if you're watching
Good
this.
luck.
you might be a guest.
But
I can't
it
oh, yeah, I can't
was
drop that. I can't
it
drop that.
was not the best. Like yeah,
We'll
the
cut that.
vibe was amazing. The
You can
fans were
tell that through
amazing.
the videos too. That it was
Yeah.
not the best.
It wasn't the best.
How
Auto,
was how was the concert though? I wanted to ask you about that too.
auto tune? It was.
You
to
dropped
the
like 3
max.
bills on the ticket.
How much?
Yeah,
right?
so it was me and my friend went, and we paid like $600 for 2 tickets.
Proper Drake level pricing.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And I
Yeah.
was like, this is so stupid.
Out
And
of
it
10?
was like I couldn't see shit.
Wait, was
all the
it
way
in
from the back.
Rogers Arena?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And so the auto tune was like to the max.
yeah, yeah.
I didn't
like,
even hear him
They
singing.
should at
All
least
I
turn
heard
it
was
off
a
when he's
song.
talking. When he's like, "Hey guys," or
No,
something.
I didn't even hear him talking. That's how bad the like sound
Really?
quality was.
Wow.
No one in the back
Oh,
could hear him
shit.
talking.
Out of
probably
10.
had
Only
some
the people that were in the front.
Yeah.
And I originally wanted to get the tickets in the front because this is my first concert. Like I've never been to a concert
Really?
before.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I wanted to get those tickets,
Yeah.
but then I'm also thinking in my head, there's gonna be a bunch of brown people, and it's gonna be a BO fest.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It literally
yeah,
is.
yeah.
That
So like, I don't want to
Yeah.
carry like a perfume bottle in my bag and just go like spray all around me.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
Right?
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
just got accepted and rock it. There's a bunch of
Yeah,
brown
so
people.
I'm like, you know what,
I
like
saw so many people that knew you though.
so many
people that knew you.
so many people.
100%.
Because I remember just like literally getting up just to go to the washroom or like even walking in.
shit.
And literally, I could feel, like, you know how you can just feel people looking
Everybody's
at you?
Yeah.
And I could just feel that.
Like, oh my god, it's Avnoor.
Nah, I feel
Like,
that.
but
Oh
like,
my
no
God.
one came up to me or said anything because I was
No,
with
no,
a friend.
I know what you
Yeah,
mean.
yeah,
Right? But it's like, they would just, I could feel it all. Like, I'm like, okay, they're looking. And like, I'm like, do I look back? Do I
You
go?
just have to act, I guess, like you don't notice it. But also,
Yeah.
it's like if they just said
Yeah.
hi, it would take that awkward silence out of the air.
But also, it's like, why would I say hi? I don't even know you.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, you're
Yeah.
just staring at me. And if I like go like, hey, what's up, buddy? Like,
Yeah, like they have to start it or something.
Yeah,
yeah, Yeah,
And be like, I know
exactly.
you from TikTok. Or I don't know. I guess that's a weird line.
Yeah, like they
somehow
could,
you're
like
semi
for me
famous.
too. Like if I'm even doing like a photo shoot or something, like the one that I recently did, I worked with another model. She was amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Nicest
sick.
person ever. Best company I've ever worked with. Honestly, my favorite shoot ever.
No way.
Nice.
Starting
And-
big things then.
Yeah, and so we did that shoot, and she was so nice. At the end of the entire shoot, she's like, "I've seen you on TikTok," and I was like, "You waited this long to say something?"
This long.
'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like-
Sometimes you
They
gotta
don't-
build up courage.
They don't
too.
want to. Yeah.
It's like shit.
Sometimes they don't want to psych you out either, because if they, like, they could maybe.
Yeah,
like,
and
make-
she's like, I didn't know if I should bring it up or not,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
she's like, I know, like
Some
I've
people
seen your
hate
videos, and I know, like in your lives, and she's like, I know that you don't like it when people bring it up to you in person,
Hmm.
and I'm like, yeah, I don't, because at the same time, in my head, I'm like, I'm normal.
Yeah, but
Like
it comes
I'm
with.
doing normal shit. I'm
Yeah.
doing. It's just me.
That's true.
Yeah.
I have nothing special about me, and
Yeah.
that's
Like, say
literally
you
every
were
day
a
of my
fan
life.
for someone
Yeah.
who was
Yeah.
from TikTok. Would you say hi? You think? Like in that way? Or you think it
I
would
don't
be like
think
weird?
I would.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think I
it
would.
depends on the situation though,
Oh.
because Avnoor, you realize this too. Obviously, you're in a space where you put yourself out there, so it's
Exactly.
gonna come with this.
People ever want to take
Yeah.
pictures with you?
Oh yeah.
That's the
I
thing,
was
right?
at
Do you
the
take 'em?
farmers protest.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
damn.
Yeah.
And this one little kid, he came up to me.
A little
and-
kid.
Little
Damn.
kid. It came up to me and he was like, "Hey, are you Avnoor?" And the cutest little voice ever. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'm Avnoor." And he's like, "Can I take a picture with you?"
He's
and
like
I was
a little boy.
Sure.
Holy.
Yeah.
That just goes to show, bro. These
Yeah.
kids be
And
running
then
up TikTok.
once I think I was at the mall with my mom, like Seven Oaks.
Yeah.
And this one girl came up to me and was like, I looked like shit that day. Like I was bummy as hell.
Yeah, just normal.
I was
Just
like,
normal.
Yeah.
just normal,
Like you're the
basically.
normal
Like when I
person.
go out, I don't look like
Yeah.
I'm not doing makeup. It's literally like I'm going to a mall for like 2 minutes with my
With
mom.
your mom.
Like
Yeah.
menu tiyar hone di ki load hai, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like a mall like 2 minutes away from my house too.
It's
So it's
also like
like
the dinkiest mall.
it's like the dinkiest mall here,
Yeah,
yeah.
shit.
And so I'm like, no, I don't need to get ready. And then every time that I'm like, I don't need to wear makeup or I don't need to get ready, I see somebody and they're always like, "Are you from TikTok?" And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
"You chose today, really? You
Yeah.
chose today."
I mean, that goes to show you don't look totally different than you do on TikTok.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
you know what's
still-
funny though? A lot
yeah.
of the time, people recognize me from my mom.
Really?
Because your mom's like your twin kind of
No,
thing?
no. Because I post my
Oh,
mom.
'cause you
like
post your
I made
mom.
these videos with my mom. Like, "Mom, will you rate these guys from like 1 to 10?"
Oh yeah.
And
yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like
She does
her
that? That's
video-
actually sick,
Yeah,
bro.
she does
Sick.
all of it. But she's like also like I made a Diwali like video with her about like lip syncing to like an Emmy Verk song,
Yeah.
and like I posted that, and like
This year.
not this year. This was like 2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, when
this
I
year's
first
the
started-
retirement. This year's TikTok retirement.
Yeah. But I want to go back though to one thing that you talked about, the AP concert. So I wanted to actually get, so out of 10, what would you give it? Like out of 10, be honest.
AP
like you, and you
concert
have-
out of 10.
You can be completely honest. It's all good.
So for my first concert, I love the vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? But vibes can't really depict an entire concert.
Because
Yeah.
maybe all concerts are like that.
Yeah.
Because
So
it's
what,
just a concert.
so what would you say out of 10? It's fine if you give it like a 2. It's whatever.
But you couldn't even
I
hear the
think
artist
like
and
a
shit.
4 or a 5.
4 or 5?
or
Okay,
five.
that's
Like
fair.
not worth the money that I spent.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was like maybe
That's actually
200
tough
Yeah.
for AP. Because like,
Yeah.
Like I
That's his
love AP. Like I
reputation.
remember when he was like a smaller like like a artist. Like
Yeah,
he wasn't as
yeah,
big.
yeah.
Like they would text me to like post their videos
Oh,
or
really?
like their songs.
That's sick.
Right. So I
Uh.
feel like yeah, he did a lot of stuff in like what 2-3 years.
I feel
You
like
went
everybody
big.
feels like that 4 out of 10 shit though. And say he goes on tour next year, it's not going to be nearly as hype now.
It's not.
Yeah.
Because
No.
this is his first tour
Yeah,
in
this is
Canada.
his first tour.
Yeah. Now
But the
everyone-
thing is, he should
yeah.
have done this tour before.
Right. Or done
Yeah.
it before, or just done it right this time.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I
don't know.
Because at the same time too, I saw a bunch of videos like TikTok. Josh posted TikTok from Police.
When he was in the first row and he was dancing with some white
No,
chick,
no,
and
no.
he was
Did you
like,
see? He's like, "Mommy,
yeah,
Yeah.
मैं
yeah.
पहुंच गया."
Yeah, that's
literally.
legendary. That's
No,
legendary.
the one I saw was like he was like with that girl and everyone's awkward because I remember everyone told me because I saw so many angles of this on Snap and it's just him dancing with this girl and holding this girl and then like everyone's like, am I supposed to be here? Why am I looking at this? And everyone's like, what's going on? And then Josh just starts screaming, "Haath nahi lagta, byaah to mera," or so shit like that.
he
I was
just
like,
starts
yo.
screaming. He's
I
like,
was
don't
like-
touch before marriage.
Yeah, he's like, don't touch before marriage.
Yeah,
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 Josh
yeah.
is the funniest person.
Dude, Josh
I've
is
ever met.
hilarious, and
He
he was just
actually
like,
is.
he sent it like in like the on what's it called, TikTok and stuff, and then like everyone was sending it to me. and
Well,
I
that
was
went
like,
super
holy-
viral. That was
so
dope.
viral.
That was dope.
Yeah, but it was jokes, and I was like, then after I got everyone's opinion, like I had some people like I was talking to some girls at my work. They're like, oh, we just went there to stare at him. I was like, okay, cool.
To
And then-
stare at
yeah.
Josh?
No, to
For
stare.
some
at
people,
AP.
it's like a celebrity
Oh,
thing where
I
you
was
just want
like,
to stare.
No. Don't gas Josh up that much,
Maybe
man.
people want to stare at Josh.
Shout out Josh, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
Josh is cool, but no, like a lot of people just went to like just see AP because that's the first tour in Canada or whatever, and like it was like even like the Toronto concert thing we went to, everyone was complaining it was too short. or
Yo, he
whatever.
should have done one concert
I-
and then gotten feedback and then done a tour or
Yeah.
some shit.
Yeah, fully.
I
don't
think the
know.
only concert that he did that was probably good would be the Chicago one he did, because I saw videos of the Chicago
No way,
one.
the Chicago one looks so dinky to me. He called some guy a fan to learn the stage.
Huh?
Oh, actually, it was like a smaller venue. Maybe that's why.
Maybe that's like, but
Yeah.
honestly, like from looking at everybody posting videos,
Yeah.
I would say the audio was better. He didn't use autotune.
Oh, he didn't.
At that
He got so much
concert.
backlash though. He pushed his Cali shit by a month. It's in December now.
Really?
But still, though, he didn't
Yeah.
like get any autotune on that.
He's probably
And he
started to
like
hear
used
it.
the ukulele, and I thought that was a cute little move.
That's true. Artists
Right?
do
He like
that.
he threw his ukulele.
Yeah. He threw
And
his
he's like,
ukulele.
he was like, yo, who fucking touched my ukulele in his little accent? And I was like, that was adorable, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's actually.
Yo,
that's
so many
actually
people
sick.
don't expect him to sound like that, but they don't understand. Like he's a Punjabi artist from
Yeah,
India.
he
like,
came from India.
Like
and
he's not
then
from here. Right?
He,
Yeah, it's
came,
not
I
gonna
think
be
he
like
moved to
that.
Surrey when he first came here.
Yeah,
But he's a
pe-
Punjabi artist, right? So
Yeah.
like, look at his Punjabi.
But
his
also,
English
I
is
think he
secondary.
used autotune in Vancouver is because he's from here. I think that he wanted to impress everybody.
Yeah, but it did the opposite.
But it did the opposite,
Yeah.
because we're all like, bro, your voice is so nice.
Yeah,
you
should-
don't need autotune.
You might as well
Yeah.
be real and sound like maybe not as good, but you'll be authentic, so it'll outweigh
Even
it.
like
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
used a little auto tune, that would have been like the worst. But he used so much, I heard, right? And then like the other thing too is like someone in the comments just straight
Sound like a robot, like
Yes,
Siri.
Someone in the comments was like, this is like Travis Singh Scott or something. What's the worst DM you've ever gotten from a guy and then a girl? So I want just like the worst you
Because
got.
people are gonna be surprised.
Yeah,
Nobody
I could-
actually expects how bad it is,
Because like
right?
because
Because nobody's been in your shoes, bro.
I think the most messed up, it was also very funny to me,
okay
was she texted me.
like on your-
Obviously, I don't like, or she DM'd me.
okay
And it was something along the lines of, "Are you hooking up with my fiance?" And
Oh,
I
she
was like,
so
"Girl."
insecure. Yeah.
when was this when you were younger or like
This was, like,
recently?
When I was younger,
Did
on
you
my
know the
other
girl?
account, on my other account, the one that got hacked.
The big
I
girl.
did not know her. No, she's like from like a different place, like Australia or something.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Are you hooking up with my fiance?
Did
Do
you
know
reply?
him?"
Because you probably ignore most of this shit.
I replied. I thought it was
Yeah.
funny, and I was like, "No, I'm not." But I was like, "I'm 16."
Wait,
just
but
so
she
you
wasn't
know.
even from here.
Huh?
She wasn't even from here.
No, she was from like Australia or something.
Yo, that's
Damn,
messed, man.
That's weird.
And I
probably
was
so
like, "Yeah, no,
paranoid.
I'm 16." Just let her know. I was like, "I'm 16."
She probably saw you on her man's phone or something and started tripping
100%,
out.
100%.
But like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Probably.
Should've
But it was
checked
a
that
white
you were from
girl
the other
too.
side of the
It was a
world.
white girl too.
Oh,
So that was a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit.
A little
what
bit
did she
weird.
give you? Did she reply when you said no? I'm like 16.
No, I just removed her right after that.
Oh,
Because I
okay.
don't want to like. I don't
She's,
wanna
like, mentally
engage in
unstable.
a conversation with someone I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
But just letting them know, like, yo, I'm 16. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. End of convo.
Plus,
Fair
they're
enough.
like totally mentally crazy. Like you don't
Exactly.
want to
If
go
you
deeper.
could go
with
to
them.
that length,
Yeah.
I'm like.
What's gonna come from talking to them more? bro?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a random
So
shit.
I feel like I
Flies to
should have
Canada.
started doing that stuff way earlier on. Is like blocking people,
Yeah.
but I never had the
should.
heart to.
Oh really?
I never had the
I've
heart
had
to.
the heart too.
Even if
I'll just
This
fucking
guy's the
cut it
king
off.
of ghosting.
Like,
We
nothing
had this
will
in the
even really
last.
happen. I'll just be like, fuck this guy.
no,
Like sometimes I've just had group
I
projects at
can't.
school, and like the whole semester, I'll just be like so happy. I'll be like reading all their paragraphs and essays they text me on the weekends, like doing their like 4-hour calls that go nowhere and shit. And then the semester will end, and they'll be like, "Yo, so we're gonna hang out all the time, right? This and that." And I'll just fucking leave all the group chats, like remove myself, and never talk to them again.
Because you're like, I don't want to spend time with these people.
Yeah, with these fucking people. I can't say that to them during the semester, but low-key the whole time I'm like, these guys are so fucked. Like,
Yeah,
just a
no,
waste of my time,
literally.
waste of my. But that's how it is.
Manner's
yeah.
a menace, bro.
No,
This
that's
guy's
how I
legit.
felt too. I'm
Mm.
just too nice. Like even like all my friends are sometimes they're like, "Yo, why do you give your time of day to people that like
Yeah.
think of you as nothing?"
Cause it's an energy
And
thing
I'm like,
too, man.
I'm just too nice. I'm very gullible too, so I'll believe whatever I hear.
Oh really?
And I get that a lot, like from a lot of people. Like my mom always says it too, like "Tu bali po
Yeah,
lang
people say that about me too when I was
And I
younger.
feel like that's also another reason why she was just like, "Don't move out yet," because I wanted to. And she's like, "But tu bali," like she's like, "Tu bali po lang," like you're way too innocent.
Because you were gonna move out to UBC too.
Yeah,
And UBC
in
is like
Kelowna.
you're around
In
crazy
Kelowna.
people and shit.
Kelowna, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
where I
you'd
wanted
be
to
around
go.
like proper people that are trying to trick you into shit. Like do
Exactly.
You
And
never
especially
know.
so many brown people too.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta
And
be
it's
careful.
like she's like, "No, like you're too innocent." She's like, "I feel like you need to like I'm mature."
You already feel like since you were like 16, like your worldview changed so
Oh,
much.
100%.
Changes a bit more
But the
than
thing
it's
is,
all good.
because of everything that I've been through when I was a younger, like I would say 5, 6, 7, 8, like
Yeah.
the trauma, the losing my mom, the bullying, like all of that stuff, the family problems,
Yeah, that's
like
fine.
all of that stuff. I feel like because of that,
Mm.
because of the trauma is what made me grow up.
Yeah.
So
That's-
I feel
that's
like that is
crazy.
why I am mature.
That's
Yeah.
a big
Not because
theme.
of life,
Yeah.
not because
Yeah.
I learned things.
But
It's
what you've been
because
through.
of what I went through.
Yeah, that's
100%.
super
Right?
important for people to realize, bro. Is
Yeah.
when you see somebody like who's so successful, and maybe you'll be like, "Yo, I want to be like them later." Like if you're a girl or
Yeah.
something, you have to realize that she's gone through shit, like real
Yeah.
dark,
So
messed
much-
up shit,
yeah.
Because
right?
people have this perception like your life's so perfect online, but it really isn't, right? Because like a lot of times, like people go through shit, and like obviously we're not gonna.
I feel like most successful people
Or
have been through the most fucked up shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're-
I wouldn't think of myself as like successful or anything, but I feel like
You're
I'm.
humble.
You're
Yeah.
getting there
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
for
I'm
sure.
getting there, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
like for now too, like I was talking to my sister about this the other day, and I want to go into
Yo,
Punjabi
younger
movies.
sister or older sister?
Older sister.
Oh,
I have a
okay.
younger brother.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah.
nice.
So I was talking to her, and I was like, I want to go into Punjabi
The
movies.
cookie movie.
Oh my
Punjabi
god.
Yeah, cookie movie, Diljit. That's sick. That's
Yeah.
so sick.
Yeah, because it's like my dad's friends with so many people that are like in these
Producers and
movies.
shit, the other
Not
shit.
producers, like actors that are in these because
Oh,
he's known
damn.
them from before, like in India.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so he's like buddies with some of them. And then he is also, or my sister's also friends with some of the production team, just because
Yeah.
she's older, and like those guys are also like.
Oh,
They
you could
always ask
easily
her.
get it.
What's the worst DM you gotten from a guy?
There's a lot, bro. I
What's
feel
like-
like from guys,
what,
there's
like,
been a lot.
Like stalking?
countless.
Have you gotten like any type of stalkers? Any type of like
Oh, yeah.
death threats, stuff like that?
It's like a dark side of it.
It's-
I
I
feel
feel
like
like-
I've gotten
yeah.
almost everything that you can name from
Really?
guys.
That's
yeah.
mad.
So death threats are
100%. Yeah.
Did it ever make you be like, oh, maybe this isn't the life I wanted? Like when I was
Yeah.
16?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, like,
I
that's pretty
thought
nuts.
about like just dropping it all. I took a couple
Uh,
breaks and I was like,
yeah.
maybe I should just delete everything. Like honestly, when it got too much is
Yeah,
when I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
maybe I should just be done
Because it would
with
have
it.
gotten to anyone, especially with how young you were.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and
so
so now I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't even care what you say. Like I have my own life.
you're
I do my own
desensitized
shit.
to it.
Yeah, like I
Literally.
do my own shit, but it took a long time to get used to it, and that was the messed up part because it took
Yeah.
a lot to be
What's-
like.
yeah, you probably have
yo,
core
like,
memories of just like fucked up shit. If you don't mind sharing, I guess, like he said, one of the most messed
Okay,
up.
so I feel like this one guy had a really like he was a stalker. So
Huh.
for 300, 400 days,
Yeah.
he would send
more
me a
than a
message
year.
every single day.
Really?
Oh,
So like day
yeah.
one of messaging.
I've heard about
Avnoor-
that a
Literally,
lot.
exactly like that.
really?
Day one of messaging Avnoor, like, good night, Avnoor, I love you. And then day two, so, like he would swear, like he would
'Cause
be
the
like, Sally,
consistency
like,
is what
he'd
freaks
be
you
like, yo, like,
Reply, right?
yeah, like reply already. He's like, bitch, like you're not replying.
If that
And,
happened
like,
now,
day
would you have
4
blocked him on like day 3 or something?
But the thing is, I didn't even accept his request.
Yeah, just okay,
Oh, you
understand
just
that.
see it in the
Sorry,
requested.
there's like a fly.
You
Oh,
just see a requested like.
Yeah, and I was
yeah.
honestly speaking, like I thought it was funny, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, this guy's like crazy.
Yeah,
He's
like, actually
psychotic.
crazy.
Like
Because the
this
consistency
shit.
freaks you out. Not just
Yeah.
the message, but it's like, yo, it's been 6 months,
Like
7
no,
months.
not even 6 months, bro. It had been like a
Like,
year
it's
and a
been a
half.
year?
He had
Yeah.
been going for like 500 days.
Yeah, which is what freaks you out. Because you're like, this is
That's
somebody's
fucked.
life.
People have that much commitment, eh?
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
like I'm not really that committed to anything to do every day for say like more than a year. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Except
It
for
was
podcast.
so crazy.
No, every day. I need a
Yeah.
break
And
from
then
this
even
shit.
now,
Yeah,
like
I
in
know.
my comments, I feel like I don't want to block anybody because at the same time, I'm like, that's not really gonna get me anywhere. They're just gonna
energy.
make another account, do it again.
Yeah.
So I don't really
You're
block
good at
anybody.
ignoring them now.
You can
Yeah.
you can do like keywords I think on Instagram. You can block out
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
words.
So I have the keywords blocked, but
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there's
yeah.
this one dude now. I forgot his name, and I don't want to give him like
the attention.
the
Yeah.
attention or
Like
anything.
how people
even
give
on
a niche
here.
that attention.
Yeah, I
We'll
don't
get
want to
into
give him.
amnesia in a second if you want to get that.
But-
Open that kind of worms.
I don't want to give this person the attention, but it's like all his buddies and him, like all
They're
of
into
them,
it?
all of them would comment on my posts
Uh.
and be like, "Get with him," and like
Oh,
would be
shit.
like, "Oh, bro, thanks for letting me borrow your Lamborghini."
Oh,
Thanks
I've
for
seen
doing this."
those. I've seen those.
Oh
posts.
yeah.
I've seen
Okay, so like
comments.
if it was one like Lamborghini comment, I might kind of chuckle. But if it's like a whole group of friends
It's
just
a
saying get with
whole
him and
group
shit,
of
that's
friends
messed
that
up.
are like saying random stuff,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they're like,
random
"Abner,
stuff.
baby, come to me," and I'm like, "Bro, shut up,
Yeah,
stop."
Yeah.
Do you delete comments or do you just like leave
100%
them there?
I delete comments.
Right?
I don't want
That's
other
fuck.
people to see that.
Yeah,
My
that's
family
true.
sees my posts.
Damn,
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen I've
true.
seen like comments where someone's like, "Yo, this guy saved my family from a fire. Saved my 3-year-old
Yeah.
daughter from a burning building. Please
And like
date
a lot
him."
of people,
Like, what-
dude,
what
a
the
lot of
hell?
people think like my parents don't watch my videos because they'll be like, "Oh, do you show your parents these videos? Like this
Yeah.
is really like ganda."
My parents
right?
don't see the
Yeah.
podcast.
And I'm like, "Excuse you,
Yeah.
my parents? Oh, I'm gonna show this to my mom. I'm like, I love showing her stuff that I do,
Yeah.
right? But my parents see all my videos.
That's sick.
That's
like
sick,
my
yo.
mom looks at all my videos. My mom
That's so
likes
sick.
all my videos, and in India, all my like family sees my videos.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
Like
that's sick.
everybody sees my videos.
So
my
they're
mom
supportive,
follows
yeah.
me.
They're very
Sometimes I'll
supportive.
get mad at my mom and I'll be like, "Mom, I'm gonna block you," like from my TikTok.
Yeah.
For sure.
And she's like, "Je tu block kita main nahi jutga."
Yeah. But that's what it is. It's like parental support. It's like unconditional support,
I don't
right?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I showed my dad the Reaper Customs video, and he didn't understand shit, but I think he liked it. And he's like, "Yo, it's pushing numbers," and he felt
Yeah.
good after that because he's like, "Yo, you guys are recording this in the house, and you don't show me."
And you don't show me.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like,
then I
"Sanu
showed
maine
him.
to pata hi nahi lagega
Yeah,
kibhi."
Yeah, dude, my dad showed him as well, and he's just like, "Wow, you do talk show now?" And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Yes,
He's
talk show."
like Jigender Rasi, but yo, he was like on YouTube. he was like on YouTube and he was like searching Munaf talk show and he's like, where is it? And then
Because he thinks you're some Joginder Basi next level.
Think of some shit like that.
That's crazy.
But whatever, man. It's sweet though, at the end of the day.
Parents
Who's
are
gonna
always
be your
gonna
fan?
Yeah.
Right? Who's gonna be your fan more than your parents?
100%. You gotta give back to them when you can, right? 100%.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we talked about the red flags between, or no, sorry, not red flags, the biggest,
DMs.
worst DMs you've gotten.
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
guys
we're
and
talking about the
girls.
girl one and the
Right.
guy one.
And we got both of them
messed
now,
up
right?
Yeah.
So now I want to go into another question regarding guys and girls again. Biggest red flags you have for both. Because there definitely is some things that you were telling us off podcast that we won't mention, but I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit. So what do you think?
Oh Lord. Okay. So he did not tell me this question before. I gotta think about
No,
this.
I did. I definitely did.
No, you didn't tell me about this question.
I did.
Though.
I went through it.
No, you didn't.
You
You didn't
didn't
see
do it.
red flags. He didn't say it.
You didn't listen, bro.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, I
You're on
gotta
the
think
spot now.
about this.
You're on the spot now.
For girls, I would say it would be being overly nice.
Really?
Yeah, dude, that freaks me out too
It
when
freaks
people are
me
over
out
that nice.
because they're doing
feels
it
like-
because they hate you.
It feels like you might
And I know
owe
that
them
because I'm a
something.
fucking girl.
Yeah.
But
Wait,
the
so,
thing
like-
about me is I'm overly nice to everybody. That's just how I am.
But
Like
not
I'm
overly nice.
So-
not like over.
Some
the
people are like
top
creepy
top.
level nice.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yo, do I owe them something? Like, what's their intentions?
What's
It's like, what
what's
the
your
fuck?
intentions?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is creepy.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
if you
Yeah,
keep your
yeah.
distance and you're nice with me and you
It makes sense because you're like, I don't even know this person.
Oh, another red flag for girls, it would be if you tell me one thing, right? You tell me like what? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You
nice.
tell me one thing, like
Mm-hmm.
you're like, oh yeah, like we're gonna go do this, like after school we're gonna do this, and then like 2 minutes later or like a day later,
Yeah.
they cancel last minute.
Yeah.
And I think
Oh,
that's
okay.
a red flag as well, because it's like if you can't stick up for your friends,
Yeah.
if you can't be there for your friends, then
Because
how
last
are you
minute,
gonna
man.
be there for anybody?
Last minute, right? Like a day before or whatever, yo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Last minute just kind of ruins the
minute.
trust in the relationship.
Exactly.
Too. How are you
Yeah.
gonna be down for the next plans when you're like, you just
and
cancel?
another there's so many. I'm so sorry. This
Keep
is
going.
why I
No,
don't
keep
have.
going.
No,
This
keep-
is why I don't have any best friends. Like I swear to God,
No,
I
really?
don't like having friends that are girls.
Keep going.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah,
going.
I
that.
do not like
That's a common theme I see. It's because like jealousy comes up so much. And
Yeah.
stuff.
so
It's
much.
hard.
Yeah,
But-
not
yeah.
even just jealousy though. It's also the fact that like I can't relate to them. Like I'm an athlete. I played a lot of sports when I was younger. I'm like
you worked
I'm a
really
national
hard, and I feel like
lifeguard.
there's a lot of girls who don't understand that, and they
Yeah.
just like be like, "Why?"
Like
am I like
I play basketball. I'm a national lifeguard. Like I've done all my training
Oh, really?
to be
Oh,
a
wow.
lifeguard
Have you worked
and
as
to
one?
work in Abbotsford.
that? Oh, like a rec center or something.
Rex and
beach.
I can teach. I've done my water safety instructor. Like I've done so many things. I played hockey. Like
Wow.
I've done skating. I've done gidda, bhangra, hip hop. Like I've done everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I was a very sportsy little girl, like athletic little girl.
That's definitely why you were like when I was 16, I was so confident.
Yeah,
Right?
Because I've been playing on teams.
Yeah.
I've been doing bhangra since I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing on the
Right?
teams with like the Desi parents screaming off the side and
My
shit.
parents were never like that though. So
Really?
they would
Okay.
never like I actually told my mom this like a couple times. I'm like, yeah, I love that you come to my games.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when I was playing before too, I was like, I love that you come to my games, but why can't you be like other parents and like actually cheer for me? Because I was like,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
have
true.
anybody cheering for me.
Yo, see, here's the thing. You say
know what
that.
I mean?
You want that
Yo,
bad.
you say that, but like my dad, man, when I was playing soccer, he'd be on the side acting.
It was a
Go,
stereotype.
go.
Like he
I
could have been in
love
just
that.
right.
I love that.
No, no.
I think that is so sweet. Like, because it's like your parents are like showing you like.
As long as they don't
You
get
go.
chapped when you mess up.
No, that's what
Yeah,
it
no,
was.
no, no,
They, you
exactly.
get in the car after. You
And
didn't
you
even
just
score
beat
one
you
goal,
up.
man. Didn't score one goal.
See, that can kind of
No,
cause
like-
you
See,
to
the
burn
thing about
out.
my parents is they still did that. They
Okay.
didn't yell.
Okay.
Right? They weren't like, go Avnoor, go do this. And when I played soccer too, like I was the main goalie. Like I was the main goalie and main striker.
Yeah.
And I played every position except for defense.
Huh.
Okay.
Because I just
That's
hated
boring.
playing defense.
Yo,
Yeah.
maybe that's kind of sick though, because sometimes like now sports are just like you get a medal for just participating.
Yeah.
For
and
you
it's
felt like you had to do good.
I have so many trophies, bro. I'm telling you, like I have so many trophies at my house. We
Yeah.
literally had them displayed.
Participation medals and
Not
shit.
even yeah, some of them are participation, but most of them are like I went to DPS,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
and
yeah.
did
DPS.
Ardas,
That's
did like
legendary.
all this stuff. Like you get medals and like
Faith and all that.
having the top student, being the top student in French, being the top
Yeah, they
student
give
in
you
like
something for
Punjabi,
everything.
right? Like they give you all of this stuff.
That's good.
But like okay, going back
Winner's
to red
mentality.
flags.
Yeah, going back to
Yeah.
red flags. Yeah.
But yeah, I just can't relate to them. So I feel like also if like they talk shit, like they say
And you
something
find
to my
out.
face,
Oh.
Yeah.
and then you find out that they said something about you behind your back.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
like
such
a
a
lot
red
of the time
flag,
I'm very
though.
forgiving, and I feel like I shouldn't be like that. I give second, triple, like quadruple chances
yeah.
all the time. And
the second time they'll just get better at hiding it though.
Yeah.
exactly, right?
Right.
That's what it is.
It's like it's not a habit. Like it's not a mistake. It's a habit.
Yeah.
That's what I
Exactly.
feel like. So like the
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
time
it's
I'll
a
forgive them
habit.
100% because sometimes it's just a mistake,
Uh-huh.
right? But once you do it the second time, it's not a
No,
mistake.
even
It's
that's
a
nice.
habit.
So for guys, your red flag is dad bods.
Dad bods,
So, but-
100%.
So what is you? So you want someone that's like athletic, ripped.
I want someone that's like
Like what?
the same level as I am.
Define a dad bod. Like what is that? Like
Like a beer
obviously
belly.
Somebody
Beer
who feels
belly.
like
So many
So that's-
kids that are my age now, or
Yeah.
even a little tiny bit older, they drink and party so much
it
that
does
they
that.
have those dad
Yo,
bods.
alcohol reduces muscle protein synthesis by 40%. I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah.
I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't drink, so I'm chilling.
Yeah.
There you
But
go.
no, seriously, it does.
Like,
It's
they
like
treat their
once in a
body like
while,
shit.
once in a while, it's fine, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like once you're doing it like every weekend, every day,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
It
what
affects
is
their
wrong
mental
with
too.
you?
Like, you know, their mental is not going to be the best.
It's not.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, it's like I don't like. I'm not gonna like. I used to be like, oh, cute dad bod. Like I love that. Like
Yeah.
you do you, right?
But
Yeah.
now you probably
Now
talk to enough
it's
dad
like,
bods, you know.
Once I've been through that, I feel like now I'm like, you know what?
not-
No,
It's not healthy. Like,
it's not healthy. It's
realistically,
the
yeah.
most toxic relationship you can ever be in.
Yeah.
It's
Because
when
there's
the
somebody
guy-
who doesn't give a shit about their body, doesn't give a shit about you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you can't take care of
Because
yourself, how are you gonna take care of
like
anything
I
else?
go to the gym every single day.
Yeah.
Right, I go to
Athlete.
the gym. I work out. I keep like in shape, and so, like even now, like I stopped going for like a month because I was busy with the uni
happens,
stuff,
man.
exams, and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Happens.
And it happens, and I just noticed myself like my belly getting a little bit bigger, right? And
Yeah.
honestly, it's also because I'm eating at like midnight and after midnight because
Yeah.
I'm eating late night because I'm studying,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm trying to cut down on that now, and it's
Yeah.
also very hard because it's already been a month of me doing that,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now it's very, very hard to cut down on that, but I'm like starting to go
It's the
back.
best time to do it, like right
Yo,
now, though.
Not,
Yeah.
not to mention, you don't sleep. All right, I want to. Yo, this girl messages me 3:30 in the morning, be like, "Yo, are you still good for the?"
Bro,
pod
you're the
tomorrow?"
only one who still sleeps at 9 p.m. as a grown ass man, alright? Let's
I
make
don't
that
care,
straight
man.
up, bro.
No,
don't care.
he's always up. I swear to God.
No,
In my head, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, you know what? I may sleep at like 6:30 in the morning, but it's
no.
like
I woke up to go get ready.
at 3 in the morning.
At 3
Yeah.
in the morning to
Good-
go to the gym.
Good life's 24/7 now. What's been your weirdest fan experience? Like, what, have you
Yeah.
encountered someone in public? Like, what's been the weirdest experience?
I feel like it's always the weirdest when someone I'm saying always because it
Always the
happens all the
weirdest.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like I'll be hanging out with like my friends or something, like
In your comfort zone,
in
like
my
just
comfort
with your people
zone
and
with
shit.
my people, and like I'm just walking. Like
Yeah.
it could be like at a mall. It could be like I went to Mon Farms.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we're
you
just
gotta recognize
walking,
it, yeah.
and little kids or like even anybody. It could literally be anybody.
Huh.
Walk past. As soon as they walk past me, they'll yell my name from across. Like,
Oh,
like they'll be
really?
like Avnoor, and then it's
And then your friends will be like,
it's
"Fuck, man."
dark. It's dark. So I turn around like, what was that? Like
Yeah,
what the
yeah,
hell?
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they're just like, bro, that's
How
just
do you
some
even
little-
recognize you in the dark?
I
That's
don't know. I
weird,
think
man.
it's also my voice, because I have
Yeah.
a very.
But you talk a lot in your
distinguished
videos?
voice. Not a lot.
I saw this one video you had about body dysmorphia.
Yes,
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah, so
that
shit
one
like that.
for me, I feel like I was like, bro, like I don't understand why girls are posting like a little
like
bigger
only-
girls are like, oh, this song is for us. I understand the song is called My Fat Friend. I think that's what it's called. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like you can't say body dysmorphia is just for people that are of a bigger size, because they're like, oh,
Oh,
let
okay,
these
okay.
tell these skinny girls to give us our song. Right, like this is
Oh, okay,
our
okay,
song. Like, why do they gotta like
Uh.
let fat people have one song to us?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It's not
what she
attached
said.
to how big you are.
That's what
It's
a
just
lot of
mental
people
thing.
said. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
about how big you. Like I'm skinny, and it's like I know I'm skinny.
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I was anorexic at a point too, and to me, I was like I had body
Like,
dysmorphia.
it's the same struggle.
Yeah.
You- Body dysmorphia isn't just for people that are like of like overweight, right?
Yeah, it's
whatever.
not. It
It's
could be
not,
any
no.
size. It could be when you're skinny. It could
Yeah.
be when you're fit.
Yeah, I have a friend like that who's a dude too, bro. And he started going to the gym and biking or whatever. And he's always like, yo, do I look fat in this? And he'll take me so seriously too. I used to just walk
Yeah.
around with him and be like, yeah, you look fat as hell. Then I realized this guy actually trips out. He has like
Yeah.
properly, he'll get like self-conscious.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Now I'm always like, yo, you're skinny.
Yeah, no, I used to as well. Like when I like before, because like obviously you know you get it. Like you're always like working on yourself. You'll never notice yourself changing. It's always other people that'll notice. Like, oh, you gotten bigger or you got skinny or whatever. You
So
yourself.
you
never,
look for that from other people. You look for
Yeah.
that like
That's true.
what is it called?
Like that validation.
Validation.
But
I
I think-
just blanked out.
Yeah,
Validation.
it's not even
No, I
it's
got
not
you.
even validation though. I don't need someone to tell me I look bigger. I always
kinda
trip out
did.
when someone tells me like, oh, you got bigger or you got skinnier or you got like
First
more
thing I
cut.
told him when I saw him after so long.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, you're so
Yeah.
skinny.
I
was
went to
like,
California, saw some people after a
You
while.
know,
and
honestly
they
though,
were
looking at him, I would have never been able to tell that
was
you were
obese?
like bigger.
Yeah, he
Really?
was bigger.
Never been able to tell.
Damn, thank you.
You show her a picture after the
I will.
pod.
I'll show you a picture.
Yeah.
It was actually
Alright.
messed up. It was.
I would have never been able to tell though.
Yeah,
That's
no. Solid,
That's
man.
like, bro, good for you.
Came a long way, man.
Yeah.
Bring it up every pod.
I feel like for me though, I was like a super skinny like kid.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
a super skinny like I was saying like athletic.
But that's the thing, you were so athletic that you probably were burning way more than you were actually eating. Because as kids, we don't really like as kids. If you're active, right?
Your metabolism is so quick when you're a kid.
Dude, sometimes like in one
Like
day I would have
running
like 3 different practices.
Yeah.
So it's like right after school it would be like
damn.
gymnastics, let's go.
Yeah.
And then it would be like swimming, let's go. Right after swimming, wet hair, skating, let's
See,
go.
that's actually the most messed up schedule that like I've actually had, bro. When I used to go to school and have karate and then have like class at the Gurdwara
Why
and
did
stuff.
you say it like that karate?
Some of my parents used to say, and then have class at the Gurdwara
No,
and stuff,
parents
and I'll
say
get home like 10
karate.
p.m. Yeah,
They say karate.
Wow.
yeah, my parents say karate, and they're like, "Oh, we spend so much money on it, now you don't do it and shit." Like, I don't know, bro.
Honestly speaking though, after I started doing TikTok and stuff, I wanted to start doing learning MMA.
Wow. Okay.
That's good, yeah.
That's good.
So I've noticed like a lot of people do come up to me and stuff.
This
and
guy's
you
gonna
never
bring
know.
up this topic now. He's like, "I'm gonna have a fight soon."
No, I'm not.
You're not?
fighting,
He
no.
has the whole thing like that.
I'm not
bro.
going to. I'm not
Okay, he brings it
Not
up. He's
gonna-
like,
no.
I've been thinking of fighting someone, but like,
But you know,
yeah, I don't know who
No,
that's
we
gonna
don't
stand a
bring-
chance.
No, you don't bring that shit up on the pod, man. Not anymore.
Bro, you dropped in the last pod though.
That's
We
why we're
have
not bringing it up
receipts.
on this one.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, too late. We already did.
Yeah, I already did.
It's all him, man. I didn't say anything.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I felt like I wanted to take MMA, like just Mamba.
Yeah.
I wanted to like just learn a little bit of self-defense.
Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good.
but then my mom's like,
Let's keep
"Tu
pepper spray on you."
nakamutadalada." She's like, "You're gonna break something on your face," and I'm like, "Bro, it's practice. I'm not gonna break anything if
My
I'm
nose
not
got
actually
sideways
fighting."
from like falling off a bike onto concrete really hard,
Yeah.
and then it just grew on a bit of an angle and shit. That's because I actually
You
like
know, you
fell
can
off
get
a
a
bike
free
really hard.
nose job or like a discounted nose job
From, like,
if
Turkey?
your nose is a little bit crooked.
Oh really? I feel like nobody ever notices mine until I tell him. And even
Yeah,
then,
I
I'm
didn't
like,
notice
it's
it
not
until
bad.
you just told me.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
just
that's
did yourself a solid
In that
there.
case, but whatever.
All right, so Avnoor, I remember before we started the podcast, you brought this topic up a little bit, and I want you to go into detail now on the pod. So you were talking about something, a toxic ex-relationship you had.
Yeah.
Do you want to bring that up on the podcast?
Okay, what do you want me to talk about?
Just
though?
talk about
be
like
specific.
I want you to essentially. So here's the thing: you don't have to talk about anything specific, but I kind of just want like so some of the viewers obviously that go through stuff like this, they can learn from like So what would you like? What did you go through, and what advice would you give to someone that's going through something similar?
Oh my god.
Like-
Okay.
That's true. That's a good way to
Because
put
like,
it.
a lot of people obviously won't like. A lot of people don't.
We'll have toxic exes and shit.
toxic exes, and like they don't really know how to like cope or deal with. So
So,
how did you get through whatever you went through?
I feel like when I first started dating this person,
yeah.
I feel like it was like I think it was 2 years ago. So it was when I fairly just started TikTok. I just got big. Like I think I had like 10K, 16K, something like that.
Yeah.
I was still big. Like everybody knew me,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it wasn't like not everybody was following me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started dating him, and this was my first relationship. Like I've never been in a relationship before. Like yeah, I've talked to people,
Oh,
I've
shit,
talked to
yeah, that's
guys,
nuts.
but my first like
It's easy to get
official
taken advantage of when
relationship-
it's your first one.
especially yeah. And they always say like the first love, like I was a fucking little kid, okay?
You just remember it later.
But
you
it's like you
remember
just
it.
think about it. You're like, I was so naive. Like that
Yeah.
was my like that guy I really loved, like out of my heart.
Yeah.
But
You're
it's like
actually
you were
naive.
so young and naive that you don't really think about what love is.
Hmm.
And so in your mind, you think all this toxic stuff is love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that manipulative stuff is love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and all that controlling stuff is love.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Confirm it.
right?
It's not.
And so I realized that later on, but I didn't do anything about it because I'm stupid.
Yeah.
But so what happened is I got cheated on multiple times. I kept a blind eye to it. Like I didn't.
Like
I
you would
would not
purposely
accept
ignore
it.
the red flags.
Were you like you knew that it was happening?
I had like hints of it.
Like she
Oh,
just
okay.
ignored the signs.
I
People do
ignored
that
the
when they're in
signs.
love. They wear those rose-tinted
Exactly.
glasses.
You blind yourself.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
eventually it adds up to the point you can't ignore it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing about me was I didn't break up with him.
Uh,
He broke up with me.
okay,
wow.
okay. Damn,
And
this is a
so-
real toxic relationship.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was my take at it. Is I was just too naive. I was
Ah.
caring for this person out of like love, out of my heart.
Do you
Like
think you
doing
learned a
it
lot
too
from
much,
it?
right? Doing it too much and caring too much. My mom knew about him too. That was the messed up part about it. And
Yeah.
then when we broke up, I was helping my mom with like dinner or something, and I just started crying, like out of
'Cause
nowhere.
you remember that moment. Core
Yeah,
memory.
and I just started crying, like, and this was like the same day that it happened too. And I thought in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe it's just like a little break thing, like he'll be back,
Yeah,
right?
you
And then
denied it.
the next day,
Straight denial.
we end up just like blocking each other, and then I'm like, okay, this is not coming back. Like it's already at
Yeah.
that point where we're.
That might have been a good thing too, though, because it
blocked.
let you move on properly.
It did, but then the thing is, I asked for like, I needed closure. It was my first relationship. I wanted closure.
That's true.
Right, so I obviously texted him and I was like, hey, can we like talk in person?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying we're getting back together. I'm not saying that we're doing anything. I just want to have a conversation and just talk about what went wrong. That's it.
Yeah,
Right?
mature. Yeah.
Mature, very mature. And I was like, what, 16, 17? I just turned 17.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, like I just wanted a mature conversation. And I was very mature for my age, and I know that. And I was like, I was being too good to a person that didn't deserve it. I was being a wifey to someone that didn't even deserve a girlfriend.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That's sick. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, okay, whatever about it. He was like, no. He's like, I don't want to talk in person, like whatever. He did it all over text, broke up with me over
Damn, that's
text,
fucked.
did everything over
Damn.
text. Didn't even call me to tell me
Yeah.
that we're going to break up. You know what I mean? It was all over text.
All over text.
And the next day, so we had our Instagram passwords, right? So
You had each other's.
each other's Instagram passwords.
Yeah.
So it's like we were
Love
logged
that.
into each other's accounts as well. I was logged into his account. I didn't know if he logged out of mine. I don't know.
Oh, that's crazy. So you had his account, but then he was still cheating somehow.
Yeah.
Like he found a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snapchat, because I never checked his Snapchat.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
every time I did check his
Yeah,
Snapchat,
Snapchat's
I would
notorious.
see his ex on it, right? I would see other girls on it. And then this one time, he went to go get a haircut, and he didn't tell me because we were, I think it was in the middle of an argument. I don't remember. But I was obviously pretty pissed at him
Yeah.
for something that he did the night before.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
oh my God, this is very toxic of me too, but I need to put it out there because it's so
put it out
funny.
there.
You
Put it
gotta,
out there.
people gotta learn. People
It's
gotta
so
learn.
funny. So me and my friends, we made a fake VSCO account,
Huh.
right? Because we were gonna test one of my other friends' boyfriends to see if he would like cheat.
Like, whose pictures did you use though for the VSCO?
Wait, what the
Just
hell?
no face pictures?
No, like an actual girl's pictures, but it was one of my friends, like best friends, because she lived in Calgary. One of my
Oh,
friends.
that's sick.
Oh, that's
And
sick.
so we used one of her like
Yeah.
friends, or I don't know whose it was, but it was some random girl
Okay.
we just found,
Made a
right? Like we
VSCO.
used her picture.
yeah.
true.
Obviously we didn't keep the account, like we deleted it right after. But she was like, oh my God, okay, I want to do this on my boyfriend. Who wants to do it? Like, should I do it from my like phone, or does someone else want to take the account and do it?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Or she was like, yo, like I don't know if I should do it or not. I was like, you know what? Let's.
She
test
wouldn't be
it.
the best person for it. She'd be too emotional.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Let's test it.
Huh.
I was like, you do it on my boyfriend.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Right? I was like, let's
shit.
just test the theory. I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? Who cares? Let's do it. I was so
So you
confident.
VSCO messaged.
Yeah, I'm so
Oh,
confident. And you know what the
no.
thing about VSCO is?
Yeah.
You can't message someone unless they follow you back.
Yo.
Yeah,
On
yeah,
VSCO.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
tough.
yeah.
So what do you do?
Right? So first step was to follow him.
Huh.
Right? She followed him.
You followed back?
He didn't even, I was waiting for a text message from this guy.
That this chick just followed me.
The
Who is she?
entire night.
Like, is this your friend? Who is this?
Right?
Yeah.
And then he follows her immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Dude, VSCO is fun.
Immediately. And I was so shocked. I was like, bro, he didn't even text me. It's been like 20 minutes. And this bitch just follows her like immediately. Right?
Damn.
And then she obviously messages him.
Hmm.
Right? They message, they start talking. And obviously I'm on TikTok. Everybody knows who the fuck I am, right?
Yeah.
And so,
Everybody knows me and shit.
She's
no,
one of those.
seriously.
Yeah.
She's her.
Right?
Yeah.
And so she says, she's like, oh, hi, like, I'm new to Surrey, and, like,
Oh.
I just, like, Surrey or Abbotsford, like, I just,
Can you take me around? Can you show me Guildford Mall?
Show me
Can you show
GTC
me
real
Big
quick.
yeah,
Park?
like, take me around, just, like, you know
Yeah.
what, like,
No.
just do that stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he goes, like, oh, I don't know who you are. Like, at first, he was, like, good about it, but in my head, I'm like, why did you follow her?
Yeah, why did you
Like, you
follow
have
her?
a whole girlfriend, why did you follow her?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, whatever, like, we'll see where this goes.
Uh,
And then they're talking, and she goes, "Yo, aren't you Avnoor's boyfriend? Or
Oh,
aren't
she
you
says
with?"
it. Yeah,
she's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Aren't you with Avnoor?" Like,
Oh, fuck.
right?
Oh,
And
damn.
he knows that I'm on TikTok. He knows I'm out there. Like, that's the only reason
Know
why we
people.
started dating is because his friends wanted to be with me,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he wanted to one up his friends and be like, "I got her."
yeah, that's fucked.
You know what I
That's
mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
And so, like, that's literally why. And I'm a dumbass for falling for it, but hey, we live and we learn.
But you were so young, you were so innocent.
You're
Like
like
you said, you were
15,
gullible.
bro.
You didn't understand
I was
how
very
it was.
gullible.
Now you would never fall into that shit.
Never,
Yeah.
ever,
Ever. Yeah.
But yeah, so we ended up texting, and he's like, "Yeah, like."
He's like, I am.
I'm with her. Yeah, like he admitted it,
No, okay.
right?
That's good.
But at the same time, I'm like, why are you still messaging her, right? So we took it further, and she was like, or like my friend texted, she's like, oh, like if you and her don't work out, like, you know, you always have me and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And he goes like, yeah, like, do you want to hang out?
Fuck.
And I was like,
That's what it is.
she sent me the screenshots, and when I tell you, I was so mad, like I was
Yo.
so pissed.
But after that, did you didn't break
did
up
you-
with
No,
them? or anything?
no,
You
I
didn't break
didn't.
up with them?
Did you
I did
confront
not.
That's
him?
on you.
That's on me,
on
exactly.
you.
I know I was
But
stupid.
it's a sad story to hear, isn't it?
It was so fucked up
Yeah.
though. And then, so how we told him that we knew.
Yeah.
We didn't want to tell him that we made a fake account. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to be
you
that person.
you
The
don't-
fuck.
Finding out now on the pod.
Oh yeah, people are finding out now.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be that person. But you know what? Like, he did a lot of fucked up shit too. So I mean, I did one thing to test your loyalty.
But he failed. If
But
he
you
passed, it would have been
failed.
fucked up. If he failed, it's like you were just confirming what you
Yeah.
I was
already knew.
confirming what I already knew.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
valid.
But if
Hell
But I
valid.
still put a blind eye to it. I was like,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
I'm not
still put a
believing
blind-
this. Or no, I took his
Damn, bro.
apology. That's what I did.
Oh.
I believed
apology.
it, obviously, but I was like, okay, he apologized. Like, it's fine.
Okay.
He's like, it's not like that, because he gave a really good explanation. He had a way with words.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People like
He's
that are
very
super
manipulative.
manipulative. Yeah, they have
Right?
good way with words.
He has a way with words.
Yeah, that's true.
And so okay, wait. After that, yeah. So my friend, like my best friend,
Uh,
she lives in Abbotsford, and one of our other friends was in Calgary because she moved from Abbotsford to Calgary.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so my best friend had his number because she's my best friend. We always all hang out, whatever.
Yeah.
She texted him and she was like,
Your
"What the fuck
bestie.
is wrong with you?"
Oh, okay. She probably bitched him up.
Right? And
Yeah.
he was like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "You're texting my cousin." And so we
Oh, so she
pretended-
revealed.
No,
Or no,
we
she-
pretended
Oh.
that
She was
that
your
fake
cousin?
account, the girl in the fake account,
Was your
was
friend's?
my best friend's cousin.
I'm in disbelief right now.
Oh.
This shit is nuts.
Yo, she set this
Story's
guy
nuts,
up.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, holy.
And so then we did that, and then he was like, "Oh, okay, like I didn't." He like didn't admit to it to her, and she's like, "Bro, why are you lying? I have the screenshots."
Fuck.
As soon as that happened, but he's like,
trying to
"No, no,
say-
no, no." He's like, "Oh, Avnoor's not picking up. Like, I need to like talk to her." Blah 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 blah. And
Yeah.
she's like, "Okay, like she's not gonna pick up. Like, what are you trying to do?" I didn't pick up for a while,
Yeah.
and then I picked up after a while, and I actually had COVID at the time too.
Oh,
So
I feel
this
that
is
COVID 3
when-
times, man.
This
Shit,
was
man.
when like my entire family had COVID. So I'm in my room at like 3 a.m. I'm like super
Yo.
sick,
Yeah.
can't get out of bed, like can't even walk.
And then this shit
Yeah.
happens.
And then this shit happens,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's like
I'm
I'm
like-
already naughty. This
Already
happened.
fucking bedridden, sick as fuck.
Yeah,
This guy's
yeah,
making me like headaches and shit. Yeah. I feel that.
Literally. And then, yeah, that was the end of that. He
So
apologized.
you ended it there? No. You,
No,
Oh.
he apologized, and he was like, "Oh, I just thought it was one of like our like rival school or whatever, because you know they have rival schools,
Yeah.
and like one of them was setting us up or setting me up or something like that."
Like he was just so smooth, man, and you were so
He
trusting.
was, yeah. I was very trusting. Like I did not give him, like I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
When we're like on looks only, what would you rate him? Because obviously his personality's fucked.
I don't want to say it. 'cause
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
true. We
like
don't have
it's
to.
mean.
That's okay. That's okay.
it's
I feel like
mean.
it's- I feel like I'm gonna be really mean if I like rate someone on looks.
But you feel like
No, you have to be honest though.
no,
yo.
but like you feel like so you didn't just go for him because he was like a nice looking guy. Like he was smooth.
He was
and that's-
okay. First off, he was shorter than me.
Yeah.
Put it straight out there.
There's nothing wrong with
So
that.
yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of times,
Defend the short people.
I
guy
feel like
and
I
shit.
didn't go for
I'm not
his
short.
looks.
Yeah. Okay. That's
I didn't go
valid.
for his looks.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
bro.
valid then.
Right?
The
Because
shit
for
that-
me, I was always like, well, I want someone that's as tall as me or taller. I think he was a little bit shorter than me.
You're what, 5'8"?
I'm 5'8",
So he's like 5'7".
5'7"-ish.
Yo,
yeah.
damn it.
Damn. It's possible, guys.
And I
you
was
go.
like, okay, like I'm already with someone that's like that, right?
Yeah.
So I never went for like looks or I was fully about personality, and I thought he was. Like,
So you were like
sick.
fully real, like so easily trusting,
So
going
easily
for
So you're just
personalities,
gullible,
not
like, legit.
looks.
Fully
Just
I'm very
nice.
gullible, yeah.
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 That's
But
crazy.
now I'm not so much.
Of
course.
Now I second guess everything.
That's that
Yeah.
glow up and shit,
Right?
though, man.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. I guess like we like, just wrapping up the podcast now. We're gonna go into some quick fire questions, and we
Oh, Lord.
honestly
Wrapping
ended-
up the podcast.
Yeah.
That's crazy, yo.
Yeah,
That's
no, because-
crazy.
I mean, like, moral of the story with the whole toxic
Yeah.
ex thing, though, for anybody watching, is just like, don't be like as trusting as like
Yeah.
you may want to be in the. in
Not
the
even that.
beginning,
I feel like just don't be gullible.
Yeah, just don't be gullible.
Yeah.
Be real
Remember
with
the red
yourself.
flags.
The red flags, yeah, big key.
I've been in that too, yo. You learn that shit. It's like the more red flags you ignore, the more fucked up it gets at the end.
Yeah,
when they all come
exactly.
out,
It's like you
right?
can't
You
ignore
gotta-
that shit.
You gotta
Yeah,
trust
you
your
can't.
instincts.
First time, bro, just be like, strike. That's it.
Yeah,
bye.
yeah, first time straight.
Because
Yeah.
it's like you don't want to hurt yourself in the process of trying to find the one.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because for me, like I'm never about like fucking around.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't do that. I've only been in 2 relationships. One was like before like that ex, and now I'm in another
That's
one.
good.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, that's good.
And I don't date to fuck around or to
Yeah,
be like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
time
of course.
pasa. Right?
Of course. Because,
Yeah.
yo, you're only like
I'm-
16, 17 once, man. Right?
Exactly.
And all these years you spend with this guy, for example, they're not a waste, but they're just like... I
Building
don't know.
memories.
Yeah, building memories,
Yeah.
I
I'd
guess.
say-
So for
not
me, it's
learning.
like I date to marry.
Yeah, yeah.
If I think I see a future with you,
Like your mom knew and shit.
yeah, about
Yeah,
him. Right
yeah.
now, my mom does not know about this one.
yeah.
Well, she
okay.
knows that I am,
Yeah, yeah,
but she
yeah.
doesn't know who because I know that
You're
I
only
see
going
a
to tell her when
future.
you see...
No, because I know that I feel like the other thing is I was way too excited in my first relationship.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm in a relationship.
Because you feel like it's like that prince and princess shit.
Yeah.
Where you're like, this is my
and now
magic
it's
shit.
like I'm thinking about it reality wise.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
older,
Yeah.
right? I'm in uni.
Kids should learn from that,
Sooner
bro.
or later, I'm gonna want to get married.
Yeah.
In like 5-6 years,
Yeah.
right? Which is pretty soon if you think about it.
You say this now, but trust me, life changes. Life
Life
happens.
changes, yeah,
it
exactly,
happens.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
But it's
but
like
5,
obviously
6
I
years?
want to get married.
Like
That's
5, 6
every
years ago,
girl's
like I was
dream.
fucking high school. 5,
No,
6
but
years
like,
from now, I don't know.
bro,
What
I have my
Yeah.
cousin. She's like 29. She's getting married now, and she told me when I was younger, she's like, "Oh, I'll be married by 23." Bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, life happens.
changes,
Life
yeah.
happens. So you
Yeah.
got, like, I feel like if you set certain dates, you should be like, when it happens, it happens.
It
you
happens,
know?
it happens, yeah.
You know
But
what I
in
mean?
my head, I'm like, obviously, I want to get married.
Yeah,
It'll
obviously.
happen sooner or later.
Yeah, obviously.
But like
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me,
for sure.
like I feel like it's gonna be 5-6 years,
Yeah.
something like that, and it's not that far away, right?
Yeah,
So that's
Like it's
20
almost my 20s.
25, 26.
Yeah.
Around there for you. Yeah.
And so like I'm thinking
That's
about
the
it.
Desi parents approved age.
Yeah. Mom, kicking
But
something.
I told my mom, I was like, when it's the right time,
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
I
tell her.
will tell you.
That's
Yeah,
the best
yeah.
way to do it. I've always been
100%.
similar with my parents too.
Because I'm
Same.
like, dude, I don't want to say something and then it go a different way,
Yeah,
and then
of
it like
course.
just
Yeah.
happening like
Because
all.
you keep it honest with them, right? Because the thing is, like, once you tell parents, they immediately start asking, like, yo, what brand are they from?
Ki
Like,
karda
and they'll just
hai
think into the
kiya, yeah.
future, and then if you break that eventually, it'll be like you kind of break all that.
100%.
It'll suck for them too.
Exactly.
Right?
Because they become
It's
involved.
like you break
Yeah.
their dream too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their dream too. So
You
don't wanna get
broke
to that
your
point.
dream, but you also break
Yeah,
theirs in the
man.
process.
Like
of it.
imagine you bring this guy over and they love this guy, right? Whatever, and then
Exactly.
you end up not working out. Then your parents like, oh, you know.
Yeah, like it becomes
Hi,
a
be
thing
like,
for your
we actually
parents
like
too.
Yeah.
him.
You're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
they lost someone too.
Exactly.
You know?
Imagine like
Yeah.
you just break up and you're sad and you're like, yo, like mom, I'm sad over this chick, and she just like, fuck her, I don't even know her anyways.
Yeah.
Just chilling, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so
But-
I feel like that's why I'm just like I don't want to say anything yet.
Yeah.
But she knows I'm with someone. My brother and my sister always bring it up. They're like, yeah, she was with her boyfriend.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah.
do not say that in front of mom. Because I
Youngest-
still feel awkward, right?
Yeah.
Because I haven't told her who it is. I'm going, like, you know what I mean?
It's also like, yeah, when you grow up, like you feel like it's not normal to talk about that shit sometimes too.
Yeah, but
Right?
honestly speaking,
You
though,
get used to
like with my mom, I feel like I can talk about it.
Yeah.
But at the
of
same
course. Your
time,
mom
I'm just
seems mad
like,
cool.
She's
I
still a
don't
brown
want to.
mom, bro.
Yeah.
She's still a brown mom.
But
So you
she's
gotta-
way too nosy. And I'm sorry, mom, if you're watching this, but like she's way too nosy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how mom
It comes
is.
from a
And
good
so-
place, but you have to control that.
She means
'Cause
well,
if you
though.
told
She
her
means well
everything-
though, yeah, and I know
yeah.
that, but it's also like I don't want her interfering in my life.
Yeah, but
You know
bro,
what I mean? And it's like I'm already living with my parents now,
'Cause it's a
whereas
different
a lot of
generation
my
now,
friends
too.
are already moved out to uni or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to lose
You
that
get
bond
points
with
for
my
that too.
parents.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm already living with them. That's nosy as like already.
Yeah.
Like they'll literally burst into my room like, "Eh, dena help kar de, aa kar de, oh kar
Yo,
de."
I
I'm
feel
like,
that, bro.
"Oh."
You're like doing something important, and then
Yeah.
if
I'm
you
like, dude,
don't,
I'm working, I'm doing my homework, I'm doing
Yeah.
assignments, and they're like, "Kari madi aha, email page niya page."
Yeah.
and then
My
bro,
dad does that
if you
a
say
lot.
no, it goes into a whole thing of like you're my only son.
Not
you
even-
never
not
help me. It's like, yo, come on and shit. You get so serious,
You know
bro.
what, though? I
did
have
give
two
this
other
little
siblings,
boy?
and they both live like with us. And I'm
Yeah.
like, why don't you ask them? Like,
Yeah,
what is
bro.
wrong with
There's
you?
that one tech
Yeah.
kid. There's always that one tech
Yeah,
kid.
I'm that, yo. So my dad will come and be like, "Can you fax this for me? Can you do this for me?"
Yeah.
And but the thing is, my dad knows how to do it, but he just wants me to do it just so he could be like, "My son does this for me," you know? Like
My
all
dad
this
doesn't
shit. I'm
have
like,
that.
"Fuck, man."
Yeah.
But my dad, but to be honest, I get really happy because my dad gets like so happy when you do the littlest things.
Yeah.
Like he'll be like, "Yo, can you help me move the like some shit outside?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And he's just so happy, and then, like it makes me so happy to see him happy. So I'm like, "Fuck it, why not?" Right?
Actually,
yeah.
that's sick, bro.
Yeah.
It works if you're not like doing something really important
Yeah.
when they ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
I think because my dad, like, he obviously had like my dad like obviously trauma of his own, right? So he never really got to have too much like bonding time with his own dad. So then
Yeah.
like he always tries
Yo.
to.
It's the generational
Yeah.
My parents
Yeah.
never had good relationships with their parents. I feel like that's
Yeah.
a common
Same
thing.
thing with my
Yeah.
parents. I think my mom's side did.
Yeah.
My mom's side always had a good relationship with
Yeah.
their parents.
Like-
my dad's side, never.
Like my dad and my dad's mom, like they'll like barely talk, or if they do, you'll just listen and you'll be like, "This is so fucking weird."
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
they're not actually.
It's like
Yeah.
they don't know each other.
Yeah, and like my dad's dad
And-
died when he was really young, and like it's just like I don't know.
Yeah, same
Yeah,
thing
I
with my
feel
dad's
like-
side
yeah.
too. I feel like they just didn't. I don't know. They just didn't get along. My dad
Yeah.
had different views. They had different views.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They were more scummy.
And
my
over
dad
the
was more
years,
like,
bro,
okay,
yeah.
like Jimmy hega, right?
Yeah.
And
Also,
they
ho gaya,
just-
ho gaya, right?
Yeah,
fully.
and my dad was never really like. Yeah, my dad worked hard, made money, like first generation here, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like all of these people look at him, and he hasn't been here long enough. As long like how much they have,
Yeah.
how long they.
Well, that's
have
a
been
big
here.
metric for people that come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
And
came
so
in the
my
'90s. This
dad
guy
has
came
built-
later.
My dad has worked hard. Like he's
Yeah.
built 2 houses on like on his own. He's the only person in my family that's like main provider.
Yeah.
Like my
Yeah.
mom doesn't work because my mom's full time.
Because
Like
some
our
people you'll
care,
see, yeah,
right?
their dads
like
will start
as,
businesses.
like as we
Yeah.
were younger, she's never worked because she was full time like our care. That's it. right?
Oh,
Like
okay.
taking us to practices,
Just 3
putting
of
us in
you?
sports, 3 of us, yeah. And so
Yeah.
like all of our care, taking us to school, homework, everything. Like she was just like there
That in
for
itself
us.
is a job, though.
Yeah,
That
it is a job.
it
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
job. People
But
think
like
it's
I'm
easy,
just saying,
it's
she
not.
didn't like make money. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And my dad was like the main provider. And thinking about it like that, like he took care of my mom's family, like entire family. Called all of her sisters over. Called like my nanny
dad
over.
did that
Called
too.
his own mom over.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Like
that's pretty
mama
sick.
guys, like everybody. Like he did all that stuff on his own.
Yeah, yeah,
And like now when I see like family not appreciating him,
Yeah,
like
it
I understand
sucks.
my dad's like attitude sometimes.
No,
I
it
feel
hits you
like
personally. If
and
you
no,
think
no,
about
not even
yeah.
personally. I feel like he gets very angry very fast.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, I feel like that's like with every brown dad, right?
Yeah,
I can't relate, man.
I
to be
feel like
honest with
as my dad's gotten older, he's gotten less angry. But
Yeah.
he's still
Same
angry
thing with
to
my
an
dad. Yeah,
extent.
as my dad has
Yeah.
gotten older, he has gotten.
When I
less
was a
angry
kid,
with the
though,
world.
I would not want to fucking.
Yeah,
around
but I
with
feel
him
like
and
my
shit.
dad has
True.
been through way too much
Yeah.
for him to not be angry at the world.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what
the
I
thing.
mean?
They develop that because of what they've been through,
And so
right?
yeah, and then they put it out on us.
Yeah.
And it's all that generational trauma. So I was talking to my sister about it, and I was like, dude, how are we gonna fix? Like, how are we gonna break this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gotta be able to look at it this way. You wouldn't be who you are if it wasn't for your parents, whether it's good or bad. But like if you think about it for
It's
even
good,
like
definitely.
right, because you gotta look at it your way. You might not be in the position you are if it wasn't for your mom or dad, right? And like obviously, like you gotta be thankful for that, and same with us, right? But
Yeah.
again, there are certain things like even with my kids, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna like obviously do the whole like this
Yeah, we're going
tactics.
far into the future.
You know, like I still want to do some of the desi tactics. I want to keep my like my.
Yeah, we're
like,
gonna keep the kids like obviously. Like,
like I still want to
Yeah.
like I want to make sure they know full Punjabi and put
Yeah.
Yo,
them in
your
a Punjabi
Punjabi is actually
school.
so sick.
Yeah,
it hits
thank
me
you.
like my mom's calling India and you just hear them and shit. Your
Yeah.
Punjabi is fire,
Oh,
bro.
thank you.
It's actually fire.
One thing I want to do is just yell at my kid from like across upstairs, be like,
Oh,
remote,
thalle aayi.
remote chakri. Like,
No, dude, my dad does that stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
literally, I will be downstairs. He's on the 3rd freaking floor in his bedroom. He'll be like, "Idhar aayi mada," like he'll call my name, right?
Yeah.
And like I'll be like shit again, right? And
Yeah.
like I'm going upstairs.
He'll be like, "Get me a
And he
glass
goes
of
like-
water or
no,
something."
He's like, light band karti.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, bro. But that's the thing, yo.
That's
like,
a meme, bro.
Yeah, but that's the thing, I'm
I'm
like,
like, you
meme,
made
bro.
me come all the way upstairs to be like, light band karti.
but that's the
Yeah.
thing. There's some things like that. I can't let that shit die, yo. That has to be.
I can't.
I feel like at that
it's-
point, just like, yo, I brought this person into the world that should do this for me.
Right?
And just, like, laying in
Yeah.
bed.
I'm like, yo, I
Don't
feed
wanna
you, I
get up.
clothe you. Yo,
Yeah.
it's
I clothe
see,
you.
This is what I mean. Like,
Yeah, provider.
we're talking like our parents right now.
All right, so Avnoor, we appreciate you coming on the podcast, but we're gonna end it off with some quick fire questions.
Okay.
And this is just very quick questions. You can choose to give an explanation, or you can choose to just
You
answer with a
cannot.
basic answer. All right.
Quick
Okay.
fire.
It's quick fire. It's quick fire, right?
Your favorite artist?
Go.
Oh, favorite artist, A Boogie.
A Boogie?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sick.
Oh, he pushed back his album. You heard that?
Because Drake starts to drop on the same day as him and
Yeah.
shit.
I don't fuck with Drake.
Girls that like A Boogie is a thing though.
Yeah, it is.
Girls
No,
like A Boogie.
I don't fuck with Drake. I like A Boogie and
Really?
Russ. And Russ.
And Russ?
Russ is like I am like
Russ
die
the
hard
emotional
fan of
banda.
Russ.
Uh,
Die hard fan of Russ.
who's your favorite Punjabi artist?
Punjabi artist?
Yeah.
Not repeat alone. 4
Not
out of
AP
10.
Dillon, No. I feel like I have a lot of Punjabi favorite
Name one.
artists. Ami Virk.
Okay.
Oh, that's sweet. He's
That's
culture
sweet.
guy.
I love
Nice
his
guy.
songs because his songs are either sweet.
Yeah.
They're not about like like banduka and like shit like that.
Yeah,
His songs are about like love.
He's a more classy.
Yeah,
More like cute, sweet vibes.
Yeah.
And I love his sad songs.
All right.
So his songs.
This is
That's
where
sick.
we're gonna get a little bit fun. All right. Thoughts on simps?
On simps,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts on simps?
a simp isn't a bad thing.
Like if there's a 10
Yeah.
out of 10 guy who's
Yeah.
ready to be a slave for you, or a 10 out of 10 guy who's just like a normal guy, you know what I mean? Like which one would you pick? Like respectfully.
Respectfully.
They're
10 out of
both-
10, the one that's about to be a slave for me. God.
That's
Really?
valid, bro. That's
No,
valid.
because it's a girl wants to be treated nice. A girl wants to be treated
Yeah,
like
but
she's loved.
if the guy is just like doesn't do anything like doesn't be like the presence, or he's just like always relying on you, the type of thing. Like
that's
what
not a simp though.
no,
Yeah.
but
A
that is
simp
but
is
it's a
just someone
slave
that's
though.
head over heels for a girl.
The
Yeah.
best one, that's
and
what a
he's
slave is
whipped
though.
by the girl basically.
Given
Yeah.
that you feel the same way back.
But that's what a slave is.
Because I feel
Yeah.
like sometimes if you're a guy and you're just like so emotionally into a girl, the girl will stop liking you because you're too
Yeah.
much.
That thing with me is I've never been like that. I feel like
Oh,
the
really?
more you like me, the more I will like you.
That's valid, bro.
You know what I
answered the
mean?
question, yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
question.
That's
All right.
valid.
So I feel like if you're a simp towards me, I'll also be a simp towards you back. Like we love simps. Like God.
That's
There
pretty
you go.
sick. That's
That's
pretty
it.
sick.
Solid.
That's acceptable.
You
All right.
reciprocate the same energy. That's what it is.
You can't be a simp in a relationship relationship, but you can be a simp out of a relationship. I think that's what like
What does
someone
that
told
mean,
me.
man?
Yeah,
Like,
no, I don't think that works. I don't think you can be a simp out of a relationship.
Yeah,
because
they're
you'll
just
get
a creep
clowned
and
on.
shit.
You get clowned on,
You're
yeah.
just
a
In a
clowned on.
relationship, you can't be like, oh, like if someone's like, oh, I'm gonna go see
In
my
a relationship,
girlfriend.
you have to be.
Yeah,
a simp.
I
yeah,
know
you
tons
have
of
to.
relationships that are just like posting pictures every single day.
But see, that's
Okay, yeah,
just
I don't like
yeah,
that. See,
that's too much.
that I feel like is a show off.
That's too
Like
much.
for me too, like I'm in a relationship, I don't feel comfortable posting.
Exactly.
Because of
yeah.
my like platform and everything, I don't
Yeah.
feel comfortable posting. So
Low-key
recently I
talk too
just
much.
started posting it.
Uh,
And so I'm like very minimally like where
Yeah,
his face is
subtle.
not seen or like
Yeah,
subtle.
you know what I mean?
But you
That's
guys, see,
classy.
you guys know what I'm saying though. Like in a relationship, you like there's no like there's not really a simp because you're with each other. You're already there. But like outside
Yeah.
a relationship, I've seen like guys will be like, for example, the 500 days in a row messaging you on your DMs. Like that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
fucked.
That's
Right.
commitment.
That's way too much commitment. All right, this is the one question I like to ask all the like people that come on the podcast. Right? Thoughts on Andrew Tate?
Ugh.
We just need to know, like, cause it could be anything. We don't
I
really.
feel like there's a
That's
lot of
valid.
controversy on him. I feel like there's some things that he says that are like, yeah, go,
No way.
good job.
She's giving the 10 out of 10 answer, bro.
Right?
giving it
And
the right
then I
answer.
feel like there's some things that he says are just like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, check
Fucking
yourself.
valid, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
a valid answer. It's like a neutral answer. That's honestly
It's a
what we
neutral
think,
answer,
too.
yeah,
That's
because
what
it's
we
like
think, yeah.
it's also like some things he just does it because he wants the attention.
Yeah.
Some
And it
things
works
he
for
says.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it works for him. That's
him the
why.
mad attention.
But
Yeah.
he thinks the complete opposite of what he says. And I've
Yeah.
seen some of his videos too, where I'm like, yeah, like he thinks the complete opposite. Like he doesn't think like a girl
He
should
says
be
some
like
things just to be his brand.
just to
but
be
Yeah.
yeah,
not
just his
actually.
brand of being an asshole,
Yeah.
Yeah.
basically, or being an
Yeah.
asshole towards women.
Yeah.
Is what it is. But he
Yeah.
respects the shit out of women. And
Mm.
I've noticed that he's like, I'm not gonna let my woman like go work out and be a slave to like someone else, be an owner, like of an owner. He's like, I'll be that
Work for
like
someone.
person, like I'll be the one that's working, I'll be the one that's doing that. I want her to stay home. She
Yeah,
can cook for me.
that's sick.
He's like, the least she can do is cook for me, which is valid. Like if you're making that much
Valid.
money, you have a fucking, what color is your Bugatti?
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, literally.
Like if you have a Bugatti and like you have all that shit, like you're making
Yeah.
that much money and it's for you and your girl.
Yeah. Valid answer.
The
power to you.
least that girl can do is make dinner for him. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Valid answer.
That's
yeah.
sick. That's
But
so
to
sick.
each their own. Some people don't want to do that. They want to
Yeah.
be like
Those
whatever.
people don't have to watch Andrew Tate and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
you go.
I'm not saying like I love watching Andrew Tate.
Yeah,
There's
I
some
know.
things where I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Yeah.
To be honest, like the only
Right?
time I see Andrew is on my For You page on TikTok sometimes.
Yeah,
And that's-
literally.
that's
Or
what it is.
sometimes like some of my friends will be like, oh, look what he said. Like
Yeah.
I think I recently just saw one of his videos that he came out with like explaining everything. Like his
He's more mature now that everybody started canceling him and shit.
Yeah.
He started
He's more-
to say things more.
But you know what I was
valid.
afraid of is him saying shit and then the younger generation being like, I want to do that. Like beating his girlfriend.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
didn't
there's
want
certain things where it's
The
like
younger
yeah.
generation to be like, that's okay to do.
Mm.
Because we're
Yeah.
mature enough. We know that's not okay.
Yeah.
But
for
then
sure,
the
for
younger
sure.
kids that
Like
watch him, they're like,
14-year-old kids
oh,
and shit.
this guy's sick. He has a Bugatti. He has money. He has this. And they're like, we should do this.
Yeah.
We should make money. We should be be a part of a matrix. You know what I mean?
Be outside the matrix is what he says. Right?
Outside the matrix. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
He doesn't want to work that 9 to 5 and like.
I feel like a lot of people don't want to work 9 to 5. Like if you go to
a lot of people don't anymore.
When
you
I
go
worked
to-
at Home Depot, nobody wanted to work fucking 9 to
Yeah,
5.
legit,
Fuck
man.
this shit. You'd be in the lunchroom, they'd be like, fuck this, fuck that.
Yeah.
Customer. It's like sad though, because they don't know any other path, right?
Yeah.
You know what's fucked though? So if you go to like a preschool now, right, and it's like you ask the kids like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a TikToker. Like,
You
and
think
the
that's
kids-
true?
Yeah.
Like, I
No,
feel like it
it's
is.
true.
It is.
100%.
I feel like it is because like I feel like when we were younger, I would be
We
like
were like, I want to be a
firefighter,
firefighter.
astronaut,
I want to be a police officer.
astronaut,
like,
shit like that.
I want to be a
Yeah,
teacher.
maybe.
Because I feel like the influence of kids to get phones and stuff so young, right? So they get
Yeah,
to
like
the access
if I
to
tell you, like
TikTok.
my cousin, like he's
It's
like
because
in grade
everybody's
2.
perfect. Every TikToker you see is perfect. Every
They're
girl you
not,
see is
though.
perfect.
Yeah.
They're not,
They're
but to
not,
kids,
though.
I guess they think
I am
that.
literally living proof. I'm sitting like right here.
Yeah.
I am not
Which is
perfect,
how it
trust
really
me.
is, which
Yeah.
is sick.
But that's
I feel like
why
you see
that's
that.
what's like, you got to be real, right? And that's like why.
And
we
that's
do
what
the
I
pod.
always try to do is like I try to be real, but at the same time
Yeah.
it's like a lot of people don't appreciate you being real.
Yeah. Before we completely, do the outro and everything, do you have any piece of advice you want to give any young
Quick
and up
piece
and
of
coming,
advice.
up and coming TikToker, any type of influencer, anyone that wants to do what you do? Do you have any advice for anyone like that?
Don't change yourself. Don't try and be someone else, and don't try and look like your life is perfect.
Yeah.
Be yourself, and all these other girls and guys that you see on TikTok, on YouTube, on everything, they're not real.
That's so
Yeah.
wholesome, yeah.
They're
That's
not
actually
real.
Sweet. That's actually
That's so
awesome.
sweet.
They're not real. So it's like
Yeah.
be yourself. And honestly, if you don't make it, I would say stay away from social media. Honestly speaking, altogether,
It can be so
Like,
toxic.
it's very toxic. It can break you and
Yeah.
it can tear you down. And it takes a long time to get back up to where you were when you started. And it tears you down to even build yourself back up,
Yeah.
100%.
right?
Feel
So
that.
it's like a give and take type of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But it takes more than it gives. So I'm saying I would say just stay away from social media. But if you are very like adamant and you want to do something like this, then I would say don't put your entire life out there.
Yeah.
That's it.
You want to
Like,
keep some things personal, right?
keep a lot of your things personal. Like make
Yeah.
videos, put them out, do vlogs, do everything you want to do,
Yeah.
right? But don't share your personal life with people, especially on the internet.
it
And I
can
think that's the
backfire.
biggest mistake I made
Yeah.
was when people would ask me questions, I would share my personal life out there.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that you shouldn't do is
Like-
share your personal
Because
life.
it
Yeah.
makes you susceptible. Like,
Like
if
the
you
whole
put your
thing-
personal life out there and it goes backfires, it'll hurt you. You know what I
Yeah.
It's
mean?
not even that it'll hurt you. It's also the fact that you're giving them
Ammunition to use.
ammunition to
Yeah.
use
Yeah.
against you.
And the
It's like
thing-
you're handing them a loaded gun.
Yeah. It's like when you
Basically.
were telling me about your mom, obviously, when she passed away. And like, I know
Mhm.
that you were kind of not.
So I didn't bring that up
You
for
didn't-
a long time.
Yeah, but you did eventually, right?
I did eventually.
And do you regret that?
Honestly speaking, no.
No?
Because I posted it on my Instagram. I didn't think anybody was gonna see my Instagram, right? So I'd be every year when it's like her anniversary, I'll be like, oh, like we do like a candlelight vigil. I don't know if you guys know about the golden tree at the library.
No.
No.
Have you seen in the Friendship Garden right behind the Fraser Valley Library
There's a
or not the
golden-
Clearbrook Library?
No.
No.
I haven't, no.
Okay, so there's like this huge like tree
Okay.
in the back of Clearbrook Library
Yeah.
in the Friendship Garden, which is right in front of the police department.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's like pure gold, literally.
Okay.
Like,
no,
it's a tree, but it's gold. Like, there's
Like
like
I'll show you
decorations
here.
on
I'll
it.
show you a picture quickly.
Yeah.
So the three women that passed away
Yeah.
with my or the two women that were with my mom. So their faces are on each of the tree, the branches. So it's like a
Wow.
matriarch, patriarch, and
That's
like that type of
crazy.
thing. So
Oh,
one of them was
that's
the
sick.
oldest, and then the middle one, and then my mom was the youngest one that passed away. So then my mom's face would be on this side. So all these faces that you see on the tree,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right there,
Yeah.
that's each individual person's face.
That's crazy.
Oh,
man.
So
that's
there's three
sweet.
faces.
That's really so
That's
sweet.
actually
And so my dad worked really
Wow.
hard to do that. Like he worked with BC, WorkSafe BC. He
Uh,
worked with a lot of these people. So right after that accident happened with my mom,
Yeah.
a lot of the police officers started stopping the Tikedar vehicles, and they started doing daily checks. Because the one that my mom was in was basically it was a 15-person capacity vehicle.
Yeah.
There were 17 people in the vehicle
Yeah.
when it was 15 people capacity.
Yeah.
The driver did not have a proper license.
Oh wow.
I think she had like a class 7.
Oh wow.
So she
Yeah.
wasn't even allowed driving that van.
Yeah.
And then the seats in the back,
Uh,
one of them was a wooden bench. And there were no seatbelts.
that's crazy.
Wow.
So
And
so
then,
many
so
preventable
it was
things.
in the rain, like when it was raining.
Mm.
It was on March 7th. Sorry, I keep hitting this.
No, you're good.
On March 7th of 2007. And the van flipped over
Oh wow.
on the Highway of Heroes. I don't know if you guys know
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Highway of
yeah,
Heroes.
Yeah.
It flipped over onto the middle roadblocks.
Oh,
So it
shit.
flipped just over like that.
Oh my
That's
god.
And so
Crazy.
3 people passed away, including my mom.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of other people obviously were injured
Yeah.
because that flipped over.
Life-changing
And the
injuries
fucked
too.
up thing about the entire thing is that that woman that was driving the van, the Tikedar's wife,
Yeah.
had no repercussions for it.
Holy shit.
Really? What the fuck?
That's so
Nothing
crazy.
happened.
Yeah. That's terrible.
Damn. Nowadays something would happen. Back then.
Yeah,
maybe,
I
like,
feel like they just kind of capped their way out of it, basically. They had money, they were rich. Obviously, if you have workers working for you, like you're rich, right? And
used
we
it.
weren't that well off at the time. Like both my parents were working.
Yeah.
They both had 2 jobs, right? They sent my sister to India when she was born, when she was 6 months old, to work.
So to like work more, yeah.
Yeah, just to make a living for like their future
Like
family.
one day when she's older, yeah.
So she went to India when she was 6 months, and she came back when she was 3 years old.
Oh, that's crazy.
So they
Damn.
missed her entire
So such a
childhood.
struggle, yeah. That's such a big
Missed her
sacrifice.
first words, missed her first walks, her first like everything,
Yeah.
right? Because at 3 years old, you've already done everything,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
right?
True.
There's only like a little that you can do for the first time,
Yeah. True.
all right? But so
Yeah.
that's what happened, and
That's
then
actually like a chilling story, dude.
yeah. I don't tell a lot of people this, but it's like honestly, I'm pretty comfortable with
post
with
this part?
saying yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I'm pretty comfortable with saying it now because it's like I don't feel that like sadness anymore. I would say because I'm just like kind of used to it
Took
because
a
I'm
long
like like if it weren't for my mom,
Yeah.
she stepped in. She did like because my nanny told her to, so she's actually my mussy. My mom hates it when I talk about this because she's like, I'm not your mussy, like I'm your mom.
Yeah.
Right? And I hate talking about it too because I'm just like, she is my mom. Like she
Yeah.
stepped in when no one was there for us. She's more of my mom than anybody else. Right? So my BB, which is my nanny,
Yeah.
I actually have my nanny's name tatted on me in her handwriting too.
Aw.
like
so
right
sweet.
here.
Yeah.
That's cute.
That's
Yeah.
a nice tattoo.
And then, and this is like my family's initials. So that's my brother's initials, my sister's, my mom's, and then my
Damn.
dad's. And this
That
is
turned
like
out so
my
good.
mom now's,
Yeah.
right? And then so like she stepped in and she was like, yeah, I want you to do this, but don't do it if you don't want to.
Yeah.
It was completely my mom's choice. And then my mom she chose not to have kids. So she chose not to have kids of her own for us three.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I don't want there to be any like drama between you guys. Like, be like, oh, like she takes this kid out because it's like it's her own kid, or
Right,
like,
right,
oh,
right,
like
right.
these kids are going because mom loves them more, right? So it's like she didn't want that like controversy to be
happen.
there.
Yeah.
So she
So
didn't
that
have her own
sacrifice.
kids.
Damn. That's
So
that's
I feel like she
sacrifice.
sacrificed a lot for us.
Yeah.
Right?
But you obviously like you repay it with a lot of unconditional love and stuff.
Oh
too.
yeah, 100%.
Right. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so
No.
sweet.
But
Yeah.
sometimes it's like also like you want to be like, because in our heads we don't even remember this shit anymore. Like we don't
Yeah.
think
You
about it
don't,
on the
yeah.
daily.
But now when you look back and you tell the story, it's like it's just crazy.
Yeah, like we don't think about this shit daily,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like for us, we're just like, oh, okay, like it's a normal day, and so we treat her like an actual mom. Like you know how you get into fights with your mom, you get into like
Yeah.
little like
Ha, ha, ha,
arguments.
ha, ha.
We still do that shit, and then like we remember. And like we talk to like our masi about it or like our bibi about it, and they're like, oh yeah, but your mom did this, your mom did that, like she
That
stepped
gets
in,
you,
and I'm like, okay, yeah, she did that, but it's like we're treating her like a mom. Like
yeah.
every kid has fights with their mom. You can't just dismiss like
Yeah.
an argument just because like they did this, this, and this
Yeah,
for
for
you,
sure, for
right?
sure. Yeah, yeah.
Like my parents have done so much for us, but it's like we still have fights with them because it's
Normal.
just a normal
It's a
parent-child
normal
relationship.
thing. Yeah, there's those growing
Yeah.
pains. All of
Exactly.
That. Yeah.
100%.
But it's like that's the entire story, guys.
There you go. No, we appreciate you coming on the podcast and telling us your
course.
story. How'd you like your experience?
I loved it.
So
Yeah, this is
I'm like,
actually
I'm gonna
priceless.
come back.
Yeah,
every
you have
time.
to. you
we'll
have
we'll
to.
invite you back on in a couple months.
This is
We
actually
got you.
priceless. Like so many people are gonna hear this and get so much strength from it,
Yeah.
inspiration.
Yeah, hopefully they
Yeah.
do.
Especially
Yeah.
the clips and stuff that we post. They get a lot of reach nowadays.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Now they do.
It's sick. Yeah.
Thank
Especially by the
God.
time we post this, because
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go. All right. Appreciate everyone tuning in to the podcast. This is episode number 5, like I said at the start. Special guest Avnoor. We appreciate you coming through. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah. See you on the next one.
Peace.
Bye.